Hello, everybody. My name is Stevie Cade, and thank you for joining us on Film Trigger's live watch party of Zack Snyder's Justice League. And in the studio, actually in person, right across from me, is my good friend Shane Flores. Hey, Shane.
Good evening, Stevie.
If you want to catch Shane on his YouTube channel, well, then you can't because he doesn't have one. He's just a friend who loves this movie.
Correct.
So he decided to come over, and we're going to have a few drinks. I say a few over a span of 4 hours. We'll see how crazy this gets.
Responsibility is key.
So let me see here. Let me try to get this stuff going. Open this up so I can see your guys' comments. All right. And then live chat. Let me see if I can remove that. Pop out chat. There we go. All right. What happened there? All right, we're just waiting for people to show up. Let's see how it goes. All right. So you guys ready to watch? You guys ready? You guys excited to watch this? I am. Have you watched this only one time?
Only once.
Okay.
Yeah.
This will be like my 5th or 6th time.
Okay.
So I watched it 4 times. I'll put it this way. Seth and I spent 16 hours in a span of 3 days watching this movie. So
yeah, that seems like a low number, all things considered.
Well, yeah. Well, you also have to remember we watched it 3 times, and then we watched Justice League, and then we watched it after that. I'll tell you what, that really gives perspective,
right?
Of what the 2 different angles that this movie was presented in 2017 and now.
Even someone like me who, I haven't seen the original Justice League in who knows how long. I don't really remember much of it. I mean, I remember the plot and such, but I couldn't tell you how it started or any specifics. But even me watching the Snyder cut, I could tell immediately that it was drastically different.
Oh yeah. So you want to watch this?
I do.
You want to? Let's just do it.
Let's do it. Let's just jump in.
I don't know if anybody's going to be watching us because I have no people that follow me on this channel, but if not, our experience will forever be embedded into my channel. All right. So we're going to click start in 3, 2, 1. Hopefully we don't have any lag issues. There it goes. All right, cool. All right, Warner Brothers Tower. And the new Warner Brothers logo, which is, I'm used to that gold one that, at the beginning, that was seen for years. But I guess that's an old one. Like, that used to be used, like, in the 70s, but now they use it.
Okay. It's the retros coming back, I suppose. I mean,
maybe.
Even the can of Miller Lite I'm drinking out of is the retro paint job.
The Worlds of DC opening, DC logo, and here we go. Just right out of the gate, just the way this movie starts off with that impalement of Superman. I love how Zack Snyder does that. Like, it's the same thing for BVS. Watching Man of Steel to BVS, you get this point of perspective, different shot at BVS that would happen at the end of Man of Steel.
Right.
And then they do the same thing here. I love it. Now, did you have any problems with Doomsday design?
No, I didn't. I mean, to me, he seemed very, I guess, similar to the Abomination in Hulk.
Yeah, I can see that.
And he just, no issues with him, but he wasn't really unique in any way. I just thought he was just a big blob of, of just evil, know?
Over the years, I've grown to really like the creation, but I do get people's argument of he's not comic book accurate, but like that's also like, okay, can we stop using that for everything? What is comic book accurate anymore? Right. When it comes to actual designs, I mean, dude, the cries that go through this whole opening sequence is haunting.
Yeah.
And completely different tone from what we got before.
Definitely. And I like how it kind of incorporates, all the different, civilizations, if you will.
Yeah, you don't get that in Justice League. That was my problem with Justice League is like the Atlanteans. Like, where the hell do these guys come from randomly? And then, and then Aquaman's just like, hey, I'm just gonna go introduce myself for no reason. No, there's a lot better groundwork that's laid out here.
Yeah.
And he has the mother box.
Right.
We didn't know that until he just randomly showed up with it in Justice League. Yeah. He's like, hey, by the way, I have this.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with what you said in your review of this. The mother boxes are explained more thoroughly.
Yeah.
And introduced.
Yeah, I still don't know exactly if like these mother boxes are just like if there's mother boxes for each world.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because the way they lose it and like don't know where the mother boxes and the anti-life equation are, it's confusing to me. Like how do you lose that?
Yeah, it's especially since they were already there. They left it there and then they just they forgot where they left it.
Oh, I love this shot right here. That's at the end of the Batman v Superman Ultimate Edition. You get to see Steppenwolf there.
Oh.
Which you watched over here.
Yes.
At my house, we did a movie by the fire night.
By the fire, yep. Believe it or not, I actually started watching it last night again.
That's good.
Yeah.
Did you finish it?
No.
See, here we go. Atlanteans introduced. This whole segment just builds this world easier. Like it's not a surprise to see them randomly just thrown in there. Oh, Mira. 1-year court case with Johnny Depp. Against Johnny Depp. Did you hear about that?
I did not.
Yeah, they Johnny Depp and her were married or whatever.
Right.
And I don't know. There was a whole court case. I don't want to go too deep into it, but basically, Johnny Depp has now been deemed essentially a wife beater.
Oh, wow.
But he was trying to prove that she was the one being abusive.
I see.
And I don't know. I didn't follow all that closely. I don't know what happened. I thought for a while there, though, like he was going to win.
Right.
But guess not.
Yeah. Another mother box.
Well, at least he's not going around going, mother.
Yeah.
So that's so weird. That's like Freudian level creepy of, this. My mother was calling to me. Oh, you late for dinner, man? Like, what's your
mother's name's Martha too? How Deadpool pokes at everyone.
Oh man.
And speaking of the mother boxes, I noticed that the concept of bringing them all together to eliminate a planet essentially is very similar to the idea of the Infinity Stones all coming together.
Yeah, I mean, you'll have that with these movies, though. Yeah. People just taking ideas and repurposing them and all that stuff. I mean, like look at Thanos and
Darkseid.
And Darkseid. Yeah. That people are always like, oh, DC's ripping off Thanos, but it's actually the other way around. Right. Darkseid was created first and then Thanos.
Yeah.
But still, like I get it. You're gonna have those similarities, those parallels, but I don't really. It doesn't bother me. Like I don't pit Darkseid against Thanos.
Right.
I don't pit Marvel against DC. Unless I'm being silly and like purposely just trying to trigger people.
Right. Yeah. You get some similarities and
you hear that? You Marvel fanboys.
Variety. Yeah.
Now this shot, when Bruce Wayne is, climbing over the mountain to get to where Aquaman is, that shot reminds me of Batman Begins.
Oh yeah.
When Bruce Wayne was, he had to collect that flower and go up to the League of Shadows, little hideout or whatever.
Yeah, or that planet from Interstellar.
I haven't seen that yet.
Oh God, you should.
I know it's one of those. It's one of those.
Yep, you would like it. They use the time dilation as a plot point or a plot mechanism, I should say. not with respect to the speed of light, but gravity.
Chris Terrio, one of the writers here, he also wrote the last Star Wars movie, the Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he also wrote BVS as well, and there's very similar scenes in BVS that were in that Star Wars movie, like when Clark sees his dad, like on the top of the mountain,
Right.
Ghost Dad, and they have the same situation with Han Solo and
Right.
and Kylo Ren or whatever his name is. That was in my review, like before I realized the same writer for BVS wrote that movie. I was like, did they just rip off BVS? My ignorant self, I probably should have studied that and realized it was the same writer.
Yeah, I noticed the intro of him arriving into the village is a little more extended. They show more of his,
Well, they show that he actually, climbed a mountain.
Right. Did Batman like things?
But even more so, like did like samurai Batman
right.
type of things, like the old school before he became Batman type of stuff. That, as I said, like that Batman Begins sort of showcasing there. Part 1.
Yeah.
Don't count on it, Batman. Bruce Wayne. This guy doesn't even talk in Justice League. He's just sitting there, looking grumpy.
No, he talks and he's grumpy.
But at least we know why now.
Right.
I and in Justice League, this scene right here was just exposition, just like move the story forward. Remember they had that mural on the wall that explained the mother boxes randomly?
Yeah.
It's like,
figure it out.
It's like, well, this is been a secret for thousands of years, and no one knows who the Aquaman is except for this painting we have on the back wall of him and all the mother boxes explaining everything you need to know Bruce Wayne moving forward.
No, that's just lazy writing.
Yeah.
To quote Deadpool again.
So as of now, we have no watchers because I have no friends.
That's okay. Apparently, neither do I.
You should get your own YouTube channel. But would it be? I'll call it Shane and Planes.
Shane's Planes and Automobiles.
There you go. Shane's Planes and Automobiles. That works. Yeah. Shane's a huge plane nut, and rightfully so. Like it's
right. I'm a plane nut and bolt.
Ooh. Got out. So my question is, I mean, I know theatrical experience, all these things, why he climbed a mountain, but can he just like Batman in there, like with a jet?
Well, he'd have to land it somewhere. There's no runway.
On top of the mountain. Like, remember, he has that bat plane that just...
It's true, but it can't work. It doesn't work yet.
Well, no. He had it in BVS.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
But it did crash.
Yeah.
It did crash in BVS when...
Did it have, even if it did still exist, did it have vertical takeoff capabilities? Or... Oh, it did, yeah, because Alfred flew it in remotely or whatever and jumped it when he was saved Martha, I'll kill her. I believe you.
That line is actually from the Dark Knight Returns.
Oh.
Jay Olivia did the art for that, and it's essentially what this Batman's based off of.
Yeah.
The Frank Miller, older Batman, has been in Gotham for 20 years, and in that animated movie, that line is in there. He's like, I don't think it was in the same light, but they said, oh, believe me, I'll kill them. And he's like, I believe you.
Yeah.
And then he takes him out. Or he takes them out first and then says that rather than the other way. But
yeah. Yeah, one thing I noticed in this scene when Aquaman grabs Bruce Wayne and pins him against the wall, I like how he remains unfazed and he maintains his composure.
Well, how many times has he been thrown up against walls?
Exactly. That's what my thought was, so how out of character would it have been if he, flinched?
Well, I mean, do you really flinch from a guy who has aqua powers when you're not in the water?
I guess not.
That's one argument I've always had, like with Aquaman being in this movie. Is like,
right.
I guess the staff has powers, like.
Yeah.
And
as I remember from the Aquaman movie, his body is just to withstand the harsh environment of being thousands of feet underwater. He's just naturally strong.
Yeah. Now this scene with the people singing to Aquaman, like apparently that's some sort of lullaby that they're singing, but this really helps hone in what he is to them.
Right.
He's I don't want to say a god, but just they depend on him. They need him, and he's a supernatural being that they respect, and they obviously have this religious culture based around him. I'm sure.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
That lullaby really expresses that well. Martha, why did you say that name? That Seth is our one viewer now.
Oh. Hi, Seth.
Thanks, buddy. I appreciate it. Although he says, I'm not watching it right now. I might catch up soon.
Just have it on for background noise.
Right. The point of this stream is for you to have it on, Seth, so it gets more views, so they'll be more amped to restore the Snyderverse, so we can actually get a conclusion to this finite story he tried to tell.
Is there somewhere in the live feed where viewers can see where we are in the movie? Okay.
No, I just had to randomly just let people know, like right now, if you're just tuning in, we're at 15 minutes and 44, 45, 46 seconds. Yeah, and people will typically ask, hey, where are you guys at? And I'll let them know. Yeah, Jeremy Irons, Alfred. I dig it.
Yeah, he's by far my favorite.
Their relationship in this movie reminds me of, like, it's different than it was in BVS.
Yeah.
In BVS, it seemed like they were like in, I don't know, like, I always compare this Alfred to like the really cool aunt. She'll let you drink, but she'll also kick your ass if she needs to. And I don't know, their relationship in this one compared to BVS is more like a couple.
Right.
Like they've been a couple for 20.
Yeah.
I mean, they're Bruce's whole life.
Right.
But like this sort of relationship for over 20 years.
Yeah.
Check it out right there. The guy in the back, Zack Snyder.
Oh.
Looking at storyboards for the future films.
Got it. Wow, that's cool.
And that's I think that's a replica of a cafe that he patrons quite often. I think it's a replica.
Like he Tarantino'd himself. He's kind of put himself in the movie there.
Well, I like little cameos like that.
Yeah.
It's not it's simple. It's easy. Unlike like M. Night Shyamalan Ding Dong.
Right.
Like when he was in have you seen Glass?
No. But I know that he does like to put himself in his movies.
Right. And so far he's been okay at it. Oh, that guy right there?
Yeah.
He plays Jimmy Olsen in Christopher Reeve Superman.
Ah.
What was I saying? I lost my track.
M. Night Shyamalan.
Oh, yeah. M. Night Shyamalan in Glass. His cameo is so awkward. It's so forced.
Yeah.
Great movie, but just like his cameo is like, I don't know. It just sticks out like, and here's the director.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
Like a footnote.
But I like that Alfred Hitchcock style. Just like put the director in the background cameo. I like those.
Yeah.
It's like Where's Waldo? You know?
Yeah, it's creative, and for those who recognize him, it's it's almost like a break of the fourth wall.
Yeah. There's that shot that was in Justice League where it said that shot right there is it said directed by Zack Snyder, and that's when in my review for Justice League I'm like that one shot that one shot was directed by Zack Snyder. So here is the would-be terrorist scene with Wonder Woman. I'm mixed on this scene in general because it seems like a very copy and paste bad guy scheme.
Yeah.
We're going to send the world back to the Dark Ages by blowing up 4 blocks of building. Like it just sounds evil, but it doesn't really seem like a good plan. And I was really hoping that was going to be a Joss Whedon thing, but it's not. But it's played out better here. It's obviously more intense. There's more stakes, more at stake. But it's still the same plan. We're gonna send the human race back to the Dark Ages by blowing up these few buildings. Okay.
Very Scooby-Doo villain-esque, It's just and I would have gotten away with it too if it weren't for you meddling kids.
If it weren't for you meddling metahumans. But the music's a lot more intense. I think even Justice League just in general ruined this scene for me because it's very Danny Elfman cartoonish music going on in the background right now. Do 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 do. It just adds to the we're doing this. We're going with the classic bad guy sort of thing. See, as many times as I've watched this movie, I've never once even considered about. I will never think of Scooby-Doo during that scene now. I will never not think of Scooby-Doo during that scene now.
You're welcome.
But yeah, the music, it just ruined it. Now I look at it like you said, like a Scooby-Doo, copy and paste bad guy thing.
Yeah. And I could be remembering the Justice League incorrectly, but I feel like in this version, it's more blood splatter.
Well, yeah, there was none in the last one.
Oh, okay. So I did remember correctly.
Yeah, there was none in the last one.
Yeah.
Now, hear this Amazonian music?
Yeah.
Now, it's added to the original score of Wonder Woman that we all know and love.
Right.
But they added this Amazonian element to it, which is good. And I took this out of my review just because, just ended up on the cutting room floor. But it's actually kind of annoying. I love the tune, but it literally shows up every time Wonder Woman does something. It's just make it a little bit quieter than in the background. It would have been okay, but it's just I notice it every single time.
Yeah.
Every time she shows up. Or even the Amazonians, it's a different warrior call, but it's like a deeper tone, but still the same thing.
It's like she might as well have a flock of angels behind her every time she shows up.
But I like it. It reminds you that she's an Amazonian warrior who's been around for thousands of years.
Reminds you even when you don't need reminding. Yeah. It's just
exactly. See, he's saying in 4 minutes, 4 city blocks. While the world watches. But when the guy activates a C4, he's like, back to the Dark Ages.
Yeah.
But really? Is there more to this plan?
Yeah. I thought that too.
Warrior cry.
There it is.
I do like this shot, though.
Yeah. This one was a little more yodely, I think.
Wow. So much more brutal. All this stuff, they really edited this down in Justice League where none of this is present. You can tell she whooped ass, but you can tell how much ass she actually whooped.
Right.
These people are most likely dead. I'm glad they showed that I'm glad they showed Wonder Woman under that briefcase and her getting blown back.
Yeah.
It really adds perspective of how big that bomb actually is. And Justice League didn't have that. It was just like, okay, why didn't the top of that building blow up? And even literally, like if you look at it, like it just looks closer to the building in that movie. Like little changes like that, I'll never fully understand why they did it. Like there's one shot in here where they shoot the flaming arrow.
Right.
And it's a full moon, and Justice League gets a crescent moon. I'm like, what? Why do this? Why make these changes? Although, if I do count correctly, I believe this movie has 3 nights of full moons. I believe so.
Imagine if you turned the Amazonian cry into a drinking game and take a shot.
Oh,
you wouldn't make it through.
Well, let's do it. Let's do it. Here we go. We're already down 2, but we'll start here.
Right. I feel like you wouldn't make it past the first 30 minutes.
See, when Justice League came out, her being a speedster was a kind of a big problem.
Right.
Because, okay, well, he got Superman. He's a speedster. She's a speedster. What the fuck is Flash gonna do?
Right.
And in Justice League, he does nothing. But he's a speedster. He moves that Russian family away from, everything that's going on pretty quickly. So thanks for your help at the end, Flash.
Yeah.
Ooh, right here. Mm-hmm. See, this is something I found very negligent of Wonder Woman. And even though I liked the shot, I would have liked to have seen there be consequence.
Right.
And not to compare Marvel. I say not to, but I'm going to compare Marvel. But when, like, Wanda...
Right, in Civil War.
Yeah, in Civil War blew up that side of the building, and there was consequences to that action. I felt like there should have been some consequences to her literally blowing concrete and glass all over the police force.
Yeah.
I don't know if Seth is still watching. Seth, if you are watching, who's this little girl supposed to be or theorized to be in the Wonder Woman? Can I be like you someday? You can be anything you want except a metahuman because you're normal.
Yeah, that response was the equivalent of like we'll see. Maybe. It's just no.
Sure.
Code for no.
Go ask your dad.
Like the fast talker at the end of a drug advertisement, just like...
Wonder Woman statement, right? 100% factual. Yeah.
So I like how they're all aiming arrows in a circle. So, if they did release the arrows, they'd probably hit each other. Maybe.
Well, are they? If they're angled down, then no, I think you're good.
I mean,
but I see what you mean. I'm just going to chalk it up to suspension of disbelief. They're well trained not to do that.
Exactly. Okay. Yeah. Assuming so, it's not impossible.
Right.
Crack.
Since the crack appeared. She hikes up her Amazonian suit. No, on the mother box. Everybody's hashed out more. The Amazonians, the Atlanteans. Everything it's just not like, hey, here's these people in this scene, so you know they exist in this world.
Yeah.
Like this is a pivotal part of the story.
Right.
And the changes made here are just outstandingly ridiculous. Like why they would change it from what Zack initially wanted to be. I guess just to make it more family friendly, to make it more.
Yeah.
I mean, instead of all these Amazonians dying, falling into the ocean,
right?
Now they all survived. And there's, and Steppenwolf cut a nice hole for them to get out on the side of the building.
Enter Steppenwolf.
Yeah, Steppenwolf. His suit is freaking amazing here.
Yeah. Like you said in your review, it's almost like it's alive.
Yeah, his suit is just anxious to do something.
Yeah.
Show him your fears. We have no fear. That's a pretty cool line.
Yeah.
Yeah, this entire scene was just so glossed over before. Like there again, no consequences.
Yeah.
Like that's in Justice League in particular. I'm speaking. There's no consequences, but like this has consequence. She literally has to make the decision to kill all of the Amazonians that were in that building.
Yeah.
Because I'm guessing the building falling into the ocean is part of its, kill switch.
Right.
Either that or that ground is just really, really soft.
Right. It's just a giant trampoline,
See, something Seth and I noticed here is that they literally change things around just to be opposite. He screams no as she takes the mother box, but in Justice League, he goes, yes, run. Like he wants her to run with it. Yeah. Like, why? Why these little changes? I wouldn't have had a problem with him saying no.
Right. It's just an intentional contradiction.
Yeah, Seth, the entire Themyscira, I can never say that word, scene is great. Truly shows how powerful Steppenwolf is. It does. Mm-hmm. Like he feels powerful in this movie. He feels like not just there for bad guy purposes.
Yeah.
He's threatening.
He feels like a threat. Yeah. He's imposing.
But he's just so damn adorable too. Yeah. And his eyes, like in a lot of these scenes, it just looks like a Furby. Like, and I'm not saying that's not an insult. That's actually something I really enjoy about his character.
Right.
You get empathy. You feel for him. You're like, oh, man, come on.
Yeah.
Just let him be part of the cool kids club. Yeah. So yeah, this decision that she made to do this.
Mm-hmm. A lot more at stake.
Yeah.
To be really slippery stone.
See, she knows what's about to happen.
Yeah.
I can't believe this whole thing would just be taken out like that. Most of this watch is gonna be me saying shit like that.
Yeah.
I just can't believe they took this out. Yeah, because right here is when Steppenwolf made that X in the side of the stone and then busted through it.
Yeah.
Not this one.
Oh.
There falls the entire. God, it's such a beautiful shot too. Now, when I was watching this with Anya, she brought up a point that, like, I was just like, just be quiet and enjoy the movie. Mm-hmm. But she brought up a point that it kind of made sense. She's like, so these parademons can be taken out with arrows, but they can't drown. I was like, okay, well, you know what? I don't know.
Yeah, they do have their moments where they seem pretty fragile, and others where they're like Terminators,
Yeah.
Speaking of which, I did get a very strong like Terminator / John Connor feel with the relationship between Steppenwolf and the mother boxes, especially in this scene and in a later scene where it feels like he's just relentlessly going after these mother boxes, and will stop at nothing. Doesn't feel pity, remorse, or fear, and it absolutely will not stop until it has all the mother boxes.
And well, I guess in that comparison, his armor is very Terminatory.
Yeah.
Man, this motherfucker's throwing horses.
Yeah.
All right, this coming up. Do you think this is awesome or comical, what he does with the arrows?
Oh, I think it's awesome. Well, it's both, I think.
Yeah, well,
it's clever, but it's like it just kind of shows how futile
well, and how
their efforts were.
Well, yeah, it does. And again, watching this with Anya,
yeah,
she did nothing. She laughed her head off when it happened. She said it was like Looney Tunes. And I'm over here trying to defend this movie. Like, no, you're crazy. Whatever, stop talking.
Yeah.
Don't take this away from me. Like, I thought it was a badass shot. And then she's like laughing her head off. I'm like, come on, man.
Looney Tunes. Next thing you know, he'll strap himself to an Acme rocket and instead of Terminator and John Connor, it's Coyote and the Roadrunner. Little.
I remember in Justice League, he bats it away. He doesn't catch it. He just. Where the hell you guys been? Seth noticed right here that he has like 7 fingers.
Yeah, I didn't notice that until some of the slow-mo shots later in the movie.
Boom. That's why they call it a boom tube.
Nah.
Which is a ridiculous name, by the way. I feel like there could have been a better name for that instead of boom tube.
Boom tube.
I automatically go to boob tube.
Yeah.
Every time.
It's very close. Yeah.
I have to make sure I'm saying boom tube.
Really enunciate properly.
All right. A lot at stake. A lot of Amazonians died here. Sacrifice. They're in the game for.
They're motivated.
Yeah, they're motivated. Yeah. Is it just me, or does it sound like everyone's doing their best Gal Gadot impression?
Yeah.
Like it does. Like sometimes I just notice that. Like it's like I get it's supposed to be like that accent, and they're basing it because that's Gal Gadot's accent. But like, some of them just don't seem as organic. Like that one chick, it hasn't burned in 5,000 years. Yeah. Like, okay, he's only doing a Gal Gadot impression.
It sounded Russian, almost.
What if they randomly do that? Yeah. It wasn't born in 5,000 years.
Nostrovia.
Siebenheim in Copenhagen. All right. Well, at least there's no Russian family. That's good.
Yeah.
It's funny, like when I saw this part when he puts the mother box into that whatever that is standing there, that stone metal metallic thing. I was like, man, that's really great. They should have done that in Justice League. I don't. Why would they take that out? Then I watched Justice League, and it is in there. I'm like, this is how like much I shut my brain off. I never would have. I never noticed that in that movie, but it's very particular how I noticed it in this one.
Yeah, I'm no expert on nuclear reactors, but that piece of metal in the middle might be like uranium or something, or some sort of metal of that sort, I suppose.
Yeah, see, like a couple that's been a couple for many, many years.
Yeah.
That make even more insufferable. like one of those moments where like they're both reading the newspaper, one of them coughs, and the other one just like stares at him.
Yeah. I love Alfred's outfits. He's got like sweater vests and a shirt and tie, and then pants, but then combat boots.
Right. Yeah. He's ready for all occasions.
He's ready for action, but in style.
Right. Like, listen, I'll jump in a battle with you, but we're gonna stop by this barista first.
Right.
And
get a tactical tailor.
I believe this entire scene was reshot in Justice League. I believe that the ship, or the plane that they're on, is completely different as well.
Yeah.
It's more brighter and like more wood grain. I think this looks like it was hammered out from steel,
chiseled.
Yeah.
If it were made of steel, it'd be a very heavy airplane.
Oh yeah, that's right. We got the airplane expert here.
I can't help it, Speaking of Terminator.
Right.
Yeah.
The parallel.
Oh yeah, Miles Dyson.
Yeah. Silas Stone.
I don't know what the actor's name is.
What review did I do? I did a review. I forget what I was talking. Either a review or a drive-by news thing, and I was talking about him, and I called it Skynet instead of Star Labs. I was like Skynet. I mean Star Labs. Because he has the same exact storyline. Like he literally sacrifices himself in this one, just the way he died in Terminator.
Yeah.
Poor guy. I mean, would that technically make him a cast actor? Did they cast him in the roles? Like, we need somebody to sacrifice themselves for the greater good of the movie. You seem to be really good at that. Yeah. So,
who's our go-to head of cybernetics? It's like, oh, this guy.
I would love it, like in the background, if you see like a Terminator arm.
Yeah. Just an Arnold on a rotating pedestal.
So this janitor here, which we don't see him actually meet the parademon, like I believe in Justice League, he opens up this red curtain and that's where it cuts it off.
Yeah.
Do you remember that little bit in Justice League with the old lady? They took my husband and I'm gonna that's supposed to be his wife. So because he was the missing janitor.
Right.
Yeah. I do have a pet peeve here. When we see him talk to Silas Stone, he's mopping that spot, and then we see him mopping that spot what seems to be much time later.
Yeah.
You milking the clock there, buddy?
Yeah.
See, now all this stuff makes sense. I mean, before I wasn't really quite sure. Like I get it. They sent the fire to tell Wonder Woman, but like there's no explanation of what that was.
Yeah.
Why they were doing it. Besides, this is like Amazonian, text messaging.
Right.
That's pretty much what it was chalked up to. This is But I love that this arrow is not only just an arrow, but it's also a key
Right.
to a certain room that will explain this particular situation. Like, I wonder if a different situation happened.
Yeah.
A different god of some sorts comes down. Will they have a different arrow for that unlocks a different room
Right.
that would explain everything they need to know?
Maybe.
But we didn't even get the other room in Justice League. There's no other room. There's just oh, fire. Okay, that means Darkseid's on his way. Oh,
it's almost like the Gladiator soundtrack.
I mean, essentially, that's what it is. I mean, that's what this is. This is, Gladiator for her.
Isn't she in Gladiator too?
Is she?
She plays Caesar's sister or something like that.
I didn't know that.
I think if I'm
see full moon right there.
Yeah, look at that.
In Justice League, it's a crescent moon. Why the change? No, I didn't know she was in that movie.
I think that's her. I don't know for sure.
Well, let me just ask the people in the chat room. Oh, there's nobody there. Okay.
Yeah.
I do like Diana in that white outfit, though.
The large stitching on the side.
Yeah, it's got this like '90s feel to it, and I'm a sucker for that. She looks so elegant. Invasion. Yeah. See, that makes sense. Okay, that's what that means. That means invasion. Yeah. Now let's go investigate to find out what the exact details of the invasion are. Right. Not just invasion has to be Darkseid, and I automatically know that because I'm Princess Diana and I know everything.
Right.
But I do love her character in this movie. Like, she's the bridge amongst the history lessons and bringing Cyborg in onto the team. She's what creates this stuff to happen, or not creates, but creates that bridge for these things to come together. You know who that's supposed to be?
Who?
That Chow guy?
No.
The Atom.
Hmm.
You don't know who that is?
No.
The Atom is like essentially DC's Ant-Man.
Oh, gotcha.
Hence why, like, at the end of the movie, you see he gets like a promotion into, I forget what they call it.
Oh yeah, something.
Yeah, it's something that has to do with
right.
being able to change your size pretty easily.
Hmm.
I cannot remember what it's called though. I like the fact that, I mean, and this was in Justice League also.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that they make these parademons, like the drawings of them, look like Batman.
Right.
But even in this one, they still don't play too much into that. I feel like that could have been played into pretty interestingly, like even to have like a crowd of people like, Batman, why are you doing this to us? Like, have him, just everyone kind of turn on him,
right?
Thinking that he's the one kidnapping these people and all these things. They hint at it, but I felt like that could have been a nice little element, to not only propel Bruce Wayne, to continue doing what he's doing, but like, okay, I have to save this world because
Right.
Gotham will turn its back on me
Mm-hmm.
no matter what. So this is bigger. I'm better. I have to do something bigger than that. The history lesson completely left out.
Yeah.
Oh, good thing they were making meth there.
Yeah. My first thought was this must be really strong heels. She just dropped like 50 feet and she didn't break them. Kevlar heels.
Well, that must be Wayne Enterprises heels.
True. Yeah.
Their new line of
Right.
Wayne fashion.
Right. Bulletproof heels.
Right.
It just protects your feet.
Made specifically for superhero landings.
Right. So hard on the knees.
See, like one thing that's awesome is like how like somebody created all this art that's in this history lesson here, or not history, where Diane is learning about what the
Right.
invasion is, what invasion's happening. Think of how hard these people worked on this and to never be shown.
Right.
The integrity of the artist and the set designers that created all this is just lost.
Yeah.
Not lost anymore, but now it's here and it's beautiful. It's a beautiful shot, and it explains everything in a fairly primitive way. But
right.
I love that music for Darkseid.
Mm-hmm.
I love like how he's towering over her, like in that, just on the wall, like even on the wall, like he goes up to where the wall starts bending down, like, literally towering over her. Although I have noticed that they don't call him Uxus. Now the thing is, like, his name is Uxus when he's younger.
Oh.
And like Uxus is the one that invaded Earth. But when he got older and he became Darkseid.
Ah. Yeah, I don't know enough about the.
I only know from the Snyder stuff that they show on Vero, but.
I like how this scene is extended too.
Well, extended and the whole nature of this, the guy drowning in the sea and Aquaman taking him back to the bar and all, like it shows that even though like those villagers thought of Aquaman as a protector and a god, even here it shows that he's an outcast.
Right.
He's not globally accepted that way, except from those maybe just those particular villagers or a select few others.
Right.
But in Justice League, this was another motive to make him go randomly visit, the Atlanteans, because he found that he had that green goop on his hands. He's like, oh, that must be parademons that I've learned nothing about. So I'm now all of a sudden I'm going to go check on this mother box that I also know nothing about.
Yeah.
See, I just never noticed, like, he looks like an outcast right here, like. And then this entire music change, it just changes the entire element of this.
Yeah.
He went from rock star with that one type of music that's playing. This is so somber. This is and the lyrics to this song just makes perfect sense for what's going on in his head. Like now he doesn't look like a rock star. Now he looks like somebody trying to drink his problems away.
Yeah.
That's a whole tonal shift.
Seems like he goes through a lot of shirts. Like every time he jumps back into the water, he takes off a shirt and just throws it away.
Yeah, I had a theory on that actually. I had a theory that, like specifically when at the beginning when we first meet Aquaman and that one lady lifts up his sweater and smells it,
Right.
I was like, what if he buys these clothes while he's there, but like when he leaves, he actually just like leaves them for the townspeople, like here,
Yeah.
Use it for. But that one he did just toss aside into the ocean.
Right.
But what are they going to do with
Right.
sleeveless tank tops, in that sort of condition?
Would that be a redundant statement? A sleeveless tank top?
Yeah. Welcome to the company of Redundancy Company. What's for lunch today?
No.
Twice baked potatoes. And dum-dums.
Don't forget to enter your PIN number into the ATM machine on your way out.
Wow. Yeah. HIV virus. Yeah.
In the military, our IDs are called Common Access Cards, CAC, but people just
CAC cards.
commonly call them CAC cards. And one of my drill instructors in boot camp, so he heard someone call it that. He's like, "Oh, your Common Access card?"
See, in Justice League, this is where he went and just like now he would be fighting Steppenwolf right now.
Right.
But this introduces. I mean, Willem Dafoe wasn't even in Justice League.
Right.
It really it lets you know what his relationship is with the Atlanteans. Here he is.
Mm-hmm.
He obviously has history with what's his name, Volker. William Dafoe.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, he has a relationship with him.
Yeah.
And he comes and visits this place because he feels comfortable there. There's something drawing him to it. He just doesn't just randomly show up, and I love that. Volko, that's it. I love that beautiful shot. Those little talk bubbles.
Yeah.
Impractical.
Yeah.
But definitely visually stunning.
Right. His fly's undone.
Was it really?
His button, the top button on his pants. There's a close-up shot.
Right.
Yeah.
Not that close.
Not that close.
Fucking meat gazer.
Yeah. I mean, it was right there,
And now we know where he gets the suit. I guess in Justice League there's one line that explains where he got the suit.
Oh.
But it's like it's so generalized. Like he looks at Mirror and he's like, well, I'm going to need something from you. And now I'm just going to assume that's what he was needing from her, is that suit.
Yeah.
Desaad, also, first introduction to him.
Mm-hmm.
The whole concept of the mother boxes makes so much more sense here. I always had a problem, and I was hoping it wasn't a Snyder thing, and it wasn't. with them wanting to terraform the planet.
Mm.
I was like, wait, isn't that the whole premise of Man of Steel?
Yeah.
You know, like, it's like, are we really just going to low hanging fruit of,
right.
Of alien invasions again?
Yeah.
But the mother boxes in this one just cleanse it. They cleanse the world. Like, oh, there's Steppenwolf's sad eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Look at him. Oh. Mm. Meow.
Yeah, you definitely get the puppy dog alien vibe.
Look at him right there. Mm-hmm. Right there. Uh-huh. So Steppenwolf is actually Darkseid's uncle.
Oh.
That's why the whole him saying you betrayed your family.
His uncle. Okay.
Yeah, there's a whole storyline there I don't know about.
That's interesting.
Listen, Uncle Step.
Yeah.
Listen, remember you showed up drunk at the family Christmas party? Remember how that worked out? Is this going to be the same situation? You collect the mother boxes. Next thing you know, you're showing your wiener to your cousin. Is that what's going to happen? Now, the history lesson that she gives here, the exposition that, or like when she talks, it doesn't sit well with me. Like I feel like she's just reading a script.
Yeah.
Like if you listen to it, like it doesn't look like it sounds like she's having a genuine conversation with Bruce Wayne. When she starts talking, it sounds like she has a paper in front of her and she's just reading the script. One of the few little problems I have with this movie, just little things like that, little nitpicky things. Yeah. Now I remember one point in time, this was supposed to be those ships were actually supposed to be ran by they're supposed to be Green Lantern ships.
Okay.
But I think that they got changed.
Yeah, I always wondered what's jetting out of the center of those ships. Is that exhaust or they're not very fuel efficient? I guess.
Recognize. Keep this shot in your head.
Right, I remember.
It comes into play later.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess some sort of propulsion.
Something.
I don't know.
Seems like a primitive propulsion system for a starship.
Well, this is literally hundreds of thousands of years ago.
Hmm.
So, I mean, in a galaxy far away. No,
yeah, a long time ago.
Right. But somehow in the future.
Yeah.
So that power is the anti-life equation, which they don't really dive too deep into what that is.
Right.
See, he's just now learning about the mother boxes.
Yeah.
Do you remember how he learned about the mother boxes before?
No.
Not the Aquaman. Oh, here's mother boxes on the wall.
Yeah.
When he killed the parademon, when it exploded, it left 3 mother box stains on the back wall. Good times. Green Lanterns do get some love here, though. There was supposed to be a Green Lantern cameo at the end of this movie, but they wouldn't let Zack Snyder do it. So it ended up being the Martian Manhunter thing. I just wish they would go into more detail about what the anti-life equation is, like what it does, what its powers are, and like this is what it's the code for the equation. Is that what this is?
Yeah, I wondered that too. Yeah, what kind of equation are we talking about? I mean, is it like a differential equation or an integral equation?
Space equation.
Yeah.
That's as much as I got.
Yeah.
So this is another storyline here. This, if you notice, this Green Lantern ring kind of stops at Darkseid. There actually is a storyline where Darkseid becomes a Lantern.
Oh wow!
So that was a nice little nod to that.
Yeah.
We do a shot every time Ares does the lightning thing.
Yeah.
Or not, that's Zeus. That's Zeus.
Oh, is that Zeus?
Yeah, that's Ares with the axe.
Oh.
There it is.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wasn't Ares the
Wonder Woman?
Yeah, the villain in Wonder Woman.
Yep. Which I need to watch that again. I keep telling myself to watch it again. I just never got into Wonder Woman. Like that solo movie. I've tried watching it 3 times.
Right.
And I just, like, I don't know, somewhere in the middle, I just lose interest.
Yeah. Only Chris Pine got into Wonder Woman.
Oh. Well, technically, have you seen Wonder Woman 84?
No.
Spoiler alert.
Okay, that's fine.
Chris Pine's character comes back as a wish. Like she wished him back.
Yeah.
And she sees him, but he's actually walking around as a different guy. But she sees him as, as his character, Steve Trevor.
Yeah.
But like he's actually in a different body.
Okay.
So she doesn't recognize him at first, but like, so technically, no, he's not the only person that got in Wonder Woman, and technically she raped that man. Because they do have like a relations in that movie. It's like that relations. That's not Steve Trevor. That's you just use that guy's body for
It's like a human dildo.
Yeah, that's what it was. It was like a doppelganger, but I wish I could turn that word dirty, like doppelganger.
Donglerganger.
Donglerganger, that's it. It's a donglerganger. Seth just wrote, the finale of Justice League 3 was meant to mirror the history lesson scene. That would be something to experience. Oh, yeah, I know what he's talking about. Like, what this is all supposed to be building to would have concluded in a repeat of that. Oh, that guy right there?
Mm-hmm.
That's Ray Porter. That's the guy who plays Darkseid.
Oh, gotcha.
But it was supposed to mirror like the scene we just saw.
Okay.
All the world, all the different, the Atlanteans, the humans, and the Amazonians coming together, fighting against Darkseid again. All right. Well, Justice League would be half over now.
Yeah, this.
I don't know what's happening here.
Oh yeah, I don't.
the laser with the mirror. I don't know what they're doing with that.
Yeah, I wondered too.
Maybe with the sealant or
something.
Amazonian Gorilla Glue.
Yes. Trying to like weld it closed.
That's probably what it is.
Yeah. It just occurred to me that if the Snyder Cut came out in the 90s, it'd probably be one of those little 2 VHS packs,
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like Titanic or Braveheart.
Yep.
Just stops randomly halfway through it, like, please insert second cassette.
Be kind, rewind.
Yeah. I always love that common joke you see on the internet. It's just like, I got carded at the bar, but then my Blockbuster card fell out, and the bartender was like, you're good. I work with a guy who still has his.
We just watched a documentary on Netflix about the last Blockbuster. Like, it's still a thing. It's still out there. There's only one more left in Oregon.
Yeah.
Now Anya wants to go on a road trip.
Yeah.
Which I don't mind. I wouldn't mind going to Blockbuster. But we better go all out. Like, if I go to Blockbuster, we're definitely ordering Domino's Pizza. That's growing up. That's what I had. Domino's Pizza and Blockbuster on Friday nights.
Yeah.
Central City. Geez, that's not even mentioned in Justice League.
Reduce speed ahead.
I never caught that. Nice. Never caught that before.
Yeah. Man, how intriguing is that? It's like full circle that you watched a documentary about Blockbuster on Netflix.
Right. Yeah. There was a meme I saw where it said, Netflix, shooting Blockbuster and then coming out with a documentary about Blockbuster. But come to find out, in the documentary, Netflix didn't ruin it. Netflix was on their way. Like, they even tried to offer Blockbuster, like, do you want to buy our company?
Wow.
But Blockbuster went under for many different reasons, other reasons. Yeah, Iris West, that's who that girl is. Mm-hmm. And she's a pivotal storyline for Barry Allen.
Gotcha. So is that cheeseburger.
How much experience do you need for walking? Like, have you walked a dog? Yeah. Wow,
you're hired.
You're pretty qualified.
Actually, I'm gonna give it to someone else. You're overqualified.
Yeah. You see, I couldn't help but notice that say you're a dog walker instead of walking dogs. That's plural. You said it's singular. We need somebody with more experience in this.
I love the random close-up of the sesame seed.
Oh, and the very phallic wieners flying at Iris.
Yeah.
I love this shot with the glass.
Yeah.
Like, I remember it in the trailer. I just don't remember it being liquid like that.
Yeah.
It's been so long since I've seen that first trailer.
T1000 glass.
Oh, she gonna catch one in her mouth?
Wieners and buns.
So what do you think about these song choices? Like, for these, I think everybody gets one.
Yeah.
Gets one of these, just askew song choices.
Yeah, just sort of soft and gentle,
Man, when he grabbed this hot dog and put it in his pocket, Seth and I were just like, what are they doing? Thank God it pays off.
Yeah.
It pays off, with the dog bit later. But, like, we're like, really? Like, right now? This is important? Okay.
I mean, when I first saw this and he grabbed it, I remembered, from Justice League where he said that, ability to do what he does causes him to burn a lot of calories. That's what I thought. It was like, oh, he needs a snack.
Yeah, that's also in this movie too.
Yeah,
that explanation.
I'm glad they didn't take that out. In the bank line at the end. How did you get them to give the house back, or how did you get the bank to give it?
I bought the bank. I just bear with me here. Couldn't he have just bought the house?
That's what I thought, But it's like I get it because it's like
it's Bruce Wayne.
It's like in what is it, Batman Begins, where his Bruce Wayne's dates are playing in the pool or the water fountain.
He's being
he's flexing,
flaunting.
He's like, it's just like you tell your dates. He's like, I'm buying this hotel. Just like,
no, here's a multi-million-dollar check in this maitre d's jacket pocket.
Yeah.
I love this. So I start Monday. Yeah. See, now, okay, Wiener joke paid off.
Yeah. The Wiener came full circle.
Don't ever say that sentence again.
Yeah.
I'm going to get t-shirts with your face with that quote on it. Yeah. Wieners come full circle.
It looks like a thumb on the other side.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's his thumb pinky. So anybody watching, which there is nobody, but if anybody rewatches this with us, maybe you could explain to me about the Atlanteans not being able to breathe outside of water, but they constantly do. Because they say, like Aquaman, well, I was talking to him, and they're like, well, he must be a mixed breed because he was breathing oxygen. Mm-hmm. But then you hear nothing else about them not being able to breathe oxygen. Yeah. I don't know if I'm missing something there.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, at least it wasn't a truth bug that you saw in Transformers, know?
Yeah.
It would make you tell the truth. Like, oh, okay, here we go. That's what the lasso's for.
Yeah.
It's a projection bug.
Better than like a Meet the Parent situation where he hooks him up to a polygraph and this Steppenwolf sitting there with a pair of glasses on, just checking off scribbles on a roll of paper.
Have you had premarital sex with my daughter?
We're gonna start. Yeah. We're gonna start off with a few control questions.
Now, a lot of people have a problem with, I say a lot of people, but Lois seemingly not having too much to do in this movie. Mm-hmm. I don't know if I agree to that. Like,
yeah, because she's like, she's grieving. She's intentionally staying away from work. You know. I mean,
I don't know. It doesn't seem like it's like a conscious decision. Oh well, we need to find something for. Let's keep Lois in the background because we can't find anything for her to do. But I think it's a quintessential part of her character that she like you said, she's taking this time. That's part of her character arc.
Yeah.
So that makes sense to me.
Yeah, it kind of sets the stage for when she sees Clark for the first time. And that look in her eyes when she sees him hovering above the ship.
I remember her. She makes that same look in Batman v Superman. It's the same look she makes when she walks up to his dead body.
Right.
Or when they're lowering Superman, that look she makes. They even redid this configuration in Justice League. Like Cyborg in their movie, even though they showed it in BVS already.
Yeah.
He had his legs. It was weird. They had it like it was wearing this like almost like his the suits they wear for computer graphics.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
he had that, like the pants to that on. It seemed like just like. Now, how cool would it have been to have Stone shown in Batman v Superman when his cops are watching the game?
Yeah.
On right before they your introduction to Batman, the cops are watching the Gotham City football game. How cool would it have been to see number 7 Stone?
Yeah, that would have been cool.
See, this slow mo, like I don't really notice the slow mo, but I'll just take more notice of it because a lot of people have complained about how constantly it's just like slow. Like this movie could have been an hour shorter if it wasn't so slow mo all the time.
Yeah. I like this scene because it sort of it opens you up to the concept of him being Cyborg being like already being a genius.
Yeah.
Because if I recall correctly, they don't really set that up in Justice League,
No.
do they? Yeah.
No, there is no setting up for Cyborg.
Yeah.
There is no backstory besides he was in an accident.
Yeah.
Or an explosion, as he said it in Justice League, which is not what happened. It wasn't an explosion.
Yeah, I remember that distinctly when I first watched this. I was like, when they set that up, like, oh, he's a genius already. It was like a big aha moment for me. Like, oh, okay.
This is Ray Fisher's first movie, I heard.
Really?
Yeah. Technically, aren't your knees supposed to be?
You're asking the wrong guy.
Oh yeah. I don't know either.
I'm not a sports ball guy.
Sports ball.
Sports ball. Go team.
Well, the fact that I am asking obviously hints at that I'm not a sports ball guy either.
Yeah.
His mom's not even shown in Justice League.
Yeah.
The whole her being lost, her being killed.
Yeah.
His father, not showing up to his games and important parts of his life. None of this is explained. And right here when she gets taken out by the car, there's one little shot I noticed, and it happens so quick, but he actually tries to protect her. That's why his arm is missing. Like he puts his arm out, like he's gonna stop it.
Yeah.
This face he makes right here, like it just, you can tell he's like holding this shit back. So now we have grounds to understand what is their relationship is.
Yeah.
He's just not meant, okay, you turned me into a robot, I'm mad at you.
Yeah.
This is a deep-seated thing that is just went into a full force, like just anger against his father.
Yeah, he already resents his father.
Yeah, that's the word I was looking for.
Quite a bit, yeah.
And you can tell, like, look how quickly he looks back as soon as that door shuts.
Yeah.
Boom. Like you can tell he wants something.
Yeah.
But he wants to mend it, but he can't let go of his own demons yet. And he can't let go of his demons. He can't do what he's supposed to do in this movie until he lets go of those demons.
Right.
Now that's the beautiful part about his arc. Now this whole tape thing that they do, where he, gives the, explanation of how powerful he actually is as Cyborg. Another night of a full moon.
Yeah.
He and then later when he plays the tape back,
Yeah.
That's a very Spider-Man, Amazing Spider-Man did that same sort of kind of thing, where Uncle Ben left him a message on his phone.
Yeah.
And he only listened to part of it until later at the end of the movie. Then he listens back at it.
Right.
Kind of noticed that. First Flight, not in Justice League.
Yeah.
He actually, it was chalked up to, couldn't do that yesterday.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, I do have an issue with this concept. Not with this concept. Let me rephrase that. I do have an issue with what Silas Stone is explaining here.
Yeah.
Of how powerful he's like. Everything bends to your will. You control anything.
Yeah.
Except that arm when you're in danger. Yeah. That's the only thing I can't wrap. Yeah. Okay, he can control everything except himself.
Except your arm. Yeah.
So what's the story behind the bear and the bull there? Do you know anything about that?
No.
No, I didn't know if there was some sort of financial something tie in with that, because he's talking about, the whole monetary system. And
I don't know if it. I can understand if it were an elephant and a donkey, the two different political parties.
Right, that's what I was thinking, but I don't know anything, so I didn't know if you did.
No.
Oh, our biggest fan, Seth, commented that he agrees with what I said about his dad. Adds more depth.
Yeah.
Now this is where a lot of his Cyborg storyline mirrors Superman's in Man of Steel.
Yeah.
That choice that you have to make.
Yeah.
You're going to have to figure out what kind of man you want to be, because you can do great things or you can do terrible things, pretty much, and you got to figure out which way you're going to take.
Right.
Which, have you seen Brightburn?
No.
Do you know what Brightburn is?
No.
Oh, it's a James Gunn film, and it's essentially what happens if it's a Superman story, but they don't use any DC names or anything like that, but they mirror the story of a kid, alien ship, baby shows up at this farm. But what happens if he decides to go evil instead? Oh, just announced Black Adam movie drops July 2022.
Oh, wow.
Well, they've been talking about that movie for how long, Seth? 8 years, 10 years, something like that?
Yeah, I mean, I get the occasional very vague update, because I follow Dwayne The Rock Johnson on Instagram, and he'll post one of his many workout posts. He's like, oh yeah, you doing another Black Adam workout, followed by an epic cheat meal.
Epic cheat meal.
Yeah. Have you seen his
No.
Oh, he's known for. This is a really cool scene. Boom.
Congratulations, you've won the Gotham National Bank 100,000. Yeah.
Yeah. But Dwayne Johnson's known for his weekly cheat meals. They're usually just obnoxious.
I love this. Look at this people's reaction to him.
Yeah.
Seth says, Yeah, Dwayne Johnson was cast as Black Adam before Henry Cavill was cast as Superman.
Oh, wow.
That's how long that movie's been sitting on the table. Yeah, he uses tape recorders anyway.
Yeah. Strong grip. Do not pick a fight with this person.
You should not pick a fight with this person. Oh, there's my uncontrollable arm. See that little concept? You notice the parademon ran away when that cop car whoop whoop.
Yeah.
They took that little concept and that's what they applied in Justice League. Like when Batman's trying to figure out sounds to repel the or attract the parademons. You know, like.
Yeah.
Have you ever watched Watchmen?
Yeah, he's the blue guy.
Yeah, Dr. Manhattan.
Yeah.
Which is a Zack Snyder film.
Oh.
Did you not know that?
I didn't.
Yep.
No. He's also the captain in Alien: The Covenant.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
You're really into those Alien films. I gotta be honest with you, man. I've seen Alien, but I don't really remember it. Like I've been wanting to watch, like do it like some sort of review series with Alien.
Yeah. Well, I got into it at a very young age, and it's not so much the whole franchise. I mean, I think the franchise is cool.
Yeah.
The whole Alien Predator thing, but just the original Alien, 1979, directed by Ridley Scott.
Yeah.
Just that film on its own, it's just a masterpiece, I think.
Yeah, I need to give it a watch. Like it's, as I said, I've seen it, but not in years. Well, I'm glad that the whole Barry Allen putting the glasses on the guy, the marker bit. I'm not gonna lie, it was a fun bit.
Yeah.
There's a couple of fun bits in Justice League that I mean, like the Aquaman sitting on the lasso of truth.
Yeah.
I don't want to die.
Yeah.
I got things I want to do. I want to see the world.
You're beautiful.
Oh, and he did get a little creepy there, but in this movie, stuff like that just would have felt so out of place.
Yeah.
So, like, I wonder, like, is there something stopping Barry from just getting his dad out of jail? Because he could totally do it. But it seems like his dad is the one.
Yeah, that's a good question.
That would keep him from doing that.
Yeah.
And does his dad know that he can do all this stuff?
Yeah, right.
I don't know. This is the problem with me not reading comic books. I don't really know.
A lot of unanswered questions.
Going back and watching Justice League after this, now I can pick out all the reshoots.
Yeah.
You'll notice their hair is just different. It's just a little different.
Yeah.
I love his confidence when just denying. Very attractive Jewish boy.
I don't drink milk.
Gorilla sign language. At least he didn't go off about brunch. That's good.
Yeah.
It's served with grapefruit or something. I don't know. Very competitive ice dancing. The look Bruce Wayne has when Barry does catch it.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, good, I didn't accidentally just murder this kid. Now, this is the first hint at any sort of Flash music, like a Flash score. You know, like we don't, you don't get it, but it sounds very techy.
Yeah.
It's like an industrial tech.
Yeah,
that's what I would call that.
Like a 9 Inch Nails tech.
Yeah, exactly. I'm a snack hole.
Snack hole.
That's if I ever go on Tinder, that's gonna be my
snack hole.
My name. So here comes that shot of the You Are Not Alone.
Yeah.
American Foundation of Suicide Prevention.
Yeah.
Promo. Seth is the one who caught that. He caught that the You Are Not Alone sign, and then I went back and watched it again. I'm like, oh, it's actually for the American Foundation of Suicide Prevention.
I love how particular Alfred is with the T here.
Not just particular, like it seems a lot like he's just not used to this.
Yeah. He's not used to someone helping themselves.
Right. Duh. So you don't scold the T. Like out of everything I've seen him do, that's like the most worried I've seen Alfred. It's her scolding that T.
Yeah.
Perfectly explain why Batman can reflect, because a lot of people were having trouble with that. Like, how can his gauntlets, deflect alien technology? Yeah. Well, allow it to Zack Snyder to explain that to you.
Right. A lot cooler than Superman just picking him up by the jaw, squeezing sound of rubber. Just, do you bleed?
Tell me, do you bleed?
Twitching out upper lip.
I remember you, even though he's not supposed to remember anything at that moment until he sees Lois Lane. But whatever. Although, Mutt eat me here. In Justice League, there is one thing I kind of prefer in Justice League, and that's when she meets Victor Stone in that, and just in that moment she's like, "Are you Victor?" And he's like, "I used to be." I really like that tone, or that line rather.
It's the second Mercedes shot in the last 5 minutes.
You see Cyborg constantly like wearing his hoodie and stuff like that, except for this moment where he's like, "Meet me here," and then turns out all the lights so he can be, incognito, and then he just like shows up in the most explosive way. He's like, "Good, I turned all the lights off, so I just ensured that everyone can see me clearly now."
Yeah.
Fuck the world, he says.
Mm.
Nah, I'm going to the gym.
Yeah.
It's actually the mother box he's carrying with him.
Yeah.
He's about to go bury it in his own grave.
Yeah.
I like how, I don't know, just in this scene, he crouches down, like, I don't know. It's like a creature, like Nosferatu or something that's like lurking about, you know?
Don't look at me.
Don't look at me. What's your favorite type of music? Heavy metal. And I turned my back on the world for 100 years, except for that one time in 1984 where I didn't do so in a very public way. But we're just going to ignore that in Zack Snyder continuity. Or they're going to ignore Zack Snyder continuity for that. Why they made that in 1984? They could have done that any year.
Mm-hmm.
I guess they're just trying to throw back into that nostalgia.
Yeah, they just wanted to. I feel like if they did 85, it would have been too Back to the Future-esque. You know?
Fair.
Yeah. See if Huey Lewis is still in the business of making movies or making music for time travel movies.
Beautiful shot.
Yeah.
Fabian Wagner is the cinematographer for this movie, and this was one of the first things he posted. It was a black and white shot of this scene, and he's like, he's like, I worked really hard on the lighting for this.
Yeah.
And it's a beautiful shot. I remember people speculating what's he doing at the graveyard. Is that supposed to be his dad dead, or or is he visiting his mom's grave? I think very few actually hit it on the nail on the head. They're like, I think he's visiting his own grave, but never did anybody guess he was burying a mother box there.
Yeah. Yeah, I like how it's this all-powerful box and he wrapped it in plastic.
Exact words I said to my prom date. Clever. But yeah, the atom is actually a very important role, like in the Flash world, and and they're really setting the grounds for him to be the Atom. It's a very very Zack Snyder shot there. Somebody walking in or out of a building, and he's doing like an overview.
This is where he gets taken.
Except in Justice League, the Parademon just kind of randomly shows up.
Yeah.
Because you don't know that the Mother Box has been at the house the whole time. So this guy here, this police officer, not Gordon, but the other guy who's bringing Gordon the information or the envelope or whatever. I forget who his character is exactly, but he is another one of those comic book, like he becomes a superhero too at some point in time. I can't remember the exact story behind it, but his character does exist in comic book lore.
I gotcha.
So, J.K. Simmons being in this movie, like I remember this thing. Oh man, I can't see how much of this stuff was cut out of Justice League. None of it. Like everything that is in this movie, I believe, was in Justice League.
Oh, okay.
So I was like, oh, well, I guess that's all he shot then.
Yeah. Isn't it true that J.K. Simmons is the voice of the yellow M&M?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
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 And he played
The
Get Me Spider-Man.
yeah, the guy.
Yeah,
The guy.
but he plays him not only in Tobey Maguire's, but he plays him in the new Spider-Man. He plays the same, reprises his role.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Oh, that's cool.
What is his name in that movie? I would know it any other time.
I feel like it's just one of those. Yeah, like we'll hear it and we'll be like, oh, duh.
Right. But yeah, in the newest Spider-Man movie with Tom Holland as Spider-Man, yeah, he reprises that role again.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't know that.
He's like, "Give me Spider-Man." Yeah, it's pretty neat, but it's like obviously he's supposed to be different,
right?
You know, but I think that they're going to play into the multiverse thing that they're doing. Now, I love this. Have they showed it yet? Yeah, where Mira communicates and clicks and whistles to the other Atlanteans. That was a Zack Snyder concept. He said, to me, that's how these people would communicate.
Right. Yeah, because they can't vocalize with...
Not underwater.
Yeah.
Because it's set up on...
Yeah, sound wouldn't travel. It'd be stuck in a bubble. Speaking of bubble.
Talk bubble.
Yep.
See, and that was my point in my entire review is like, this would be exhausting to do it throughout a whole movie.
Yeah, yeah.
So you're definitely going to need that suspension of disbelief when it comes to, okay, we just talk underwater now.
Yeah.
But I love this concept though. Like it's great. It's not practical for a movie,
and it's just necessary for the plot in some ways.
Yeah.
You know? I heard a rumor that now that Stan Lee is gone, Deadpool is going to be the cameo in upcoming Marvel films.
That wouldn't even make sense.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want it to be him.
Yeah. Or maybe Ryan Reynolds. I don't know.
Well, I don't think they should do any more cameos. Yeah. Or it needs to be an earned one. Like I you know who would be a good one?
Yeah.
Someone who's earned his place in Marvel cameos?
Huh.
Hugh Jackman.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But Stan Lee's whole concept was he's the guy that created most of these characters, or was part of that process.
I mean, obviously, yeah.
I love this shot when she opens up that bubble and like it brings him to the ground, but it also brings me to something that I noticed.
Right.
Coming up, when he chokes her out and she does that bubble thing, and he shouldn't be floating there.
Yeah.
Right here. Saying he should.
Yeah. What's up
with that?
Couldn't do that yesterday.
That's a cool shot, though. Yeah. That reminds me of Indiana Jones, the first Indiana Jones movie when they look at the Ark of the Covenant or whatever, and the face starts melting.
Yeah, yeah.
That's a neat little trick. I'd like to see that trick played out in later future movies. Let me just extract all the water from your face.
Yeah. Puts a whole new meaning to sucking face.
So now I know why Aquaman's here. He's not randomly just showing up.
Yeah.
Hey, I know I haven't talked to you guys my whole life.
Yeah, I got your page though.
Right, exactly.
Yeah. You beeped me.
I was just swimming around, kept hearing this weird clicking noise. That may have been you.
Yeah.
Is that you?
Yeah.
Did you click at me? Did you click me, bro? She's like, well, I did. Yeah, but I just really needed you to grab this small thing.
Yeah.
Well, that's very clickbaity of you. Thank you. I'm here all week.
I thought it'd come by. I was only 5 clicks away.
Bubble talk.
Boob talk.
It's coming.
Mm-hmm.
Now, her lines are all dubbed over in Justice League. Because she has an accent in this movie.
I noticed. Like,
she doesn't have an accent in Justice League.
It's kind of like...
or Aquaman's solo movie, she doesn't have an accent.
Yeah. It's kind of like in Star Wars Episode 4, A New Hope. That one scene when they destroy Alderaan. Spoiler alert. And
if you haven't seen, the first Star Wars movie.
Yeah. Princess Leia in that scene has a British accent.
Really?
Yeah. You should look it up. Watch it. It's where she says something like along the lines of watching all these star systems slip through your fingers. She has an English accent in like a couple lines.
Weird.
Totally random.
Yeah, but they just edited out her accent completely in Justice League. All this is dubbed over. Same shot. This entire scene is used in Justice League, but she's dubbed over. Like small changes like that is the changes I can't understand. Like, actually, we're not going to have you have an accent.
Yeah.
Because reasons. We hate British.
Yeah.
I mean, who's British underwater?
Who? Yeah.
Obviously, this is American water.
American water.
It's the Atlanteans.
Stevie, would you be so kind as to
beer you?
Yes, please. If it just to save the extra effort, if you want to give me 2 at a time.
I already planned on it.
Yeah. Toucan Sam. Thank you.
Toucan Sam.
2-chord Tom.
Oh, here we go. Yeah, give him a shout out.
Yeah.
To a channel he'll never pay attention to.
Yeah.
So yeah, is this where it's calling out to him? No, I think that's a little bit later. So now the Mother Box creates his fort. It's not just some like random thing where he's like, no, this is the start of the terraforming. Because
his fort.
Yeah.
He didn't have enough pillows.
No,
so he had to...
no metahumans allowed.
Yeah.
Why don't you come down here and find it yourself? Decide.
I'm getting a very T-1000 vibe from the sod.
Poor Steppenwolf. Like, see, that's something that was totally missing before. I just did not feel for his character. I feel bad for him in this movie. He just seems like, he's like, what was that? The Simpsons, old Gus. He's like, all things are looking up for old Gus now. But like, it like immediately turns on him, and he's like, oh no, not again. I deserve it. That's Steppenwolf. He's old Gus.
He's just trying to find his way. I do like this representation of Batman. I remember when you first told me about BVS, you were like, Batman kills people now.
Was that your first time watching that movie with me?
Yeah. It was.
Nice.
And we also watched Logan that night.
God, that was a long night.
It went on until like 6 a.m.
Whew.
Yeah.
Yeah, we set up a fire pit and I had the TV out there, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so we had a movie by the fire night. We had TV.
Yep.
I had my sound system hooked up.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's right. Yeah, PAs.
Yeah, I had my PA set up.
Yep.
Movie by the fire night. It's good times
It was
when we
great.
do that.
Yeah.
But now I have you can see I have a projector down there, and in that bottom drawer is the 200-inch screen.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah. So now we can do it that way.
You really see Aquaman's fly in the. It was such a J.K. Simmons expression.
I was expecting him to be more brutal. I guess I don't know exactly what I was expecting from J.K. Simmons as Gordon, but I was expecting like to see him more in action, like to see something.
Yeah.
Like to give us like.
I mean, maybe we will.
A hint at like a grittier.
Yeah.
Type of Gordon, but he wasn't. He was very one note in this movie,
which I think contrasts Superman or Batman pretty well. And too, if you think about it, I mean, not that the two have to relate to one another, but I feel like Gary Oldman's Commissioner Gordon was very somber and kind of dark, and J.K. Simmons' interpretation he's a little more lighthearted.
Like maybe a little bit more calloused.
Yeah, like annoyed almost. Yeah. Like I like how they're all just slowly walking up the stairs. We'll do it for Batman.
Well, I guess he still has his grappling hook.
Not to use it until this scene right here.
Right.
Guess he only has one.
Well, I guess he could glide, right?
Yeah, Yeah.
So you hear his voice distortion there, but there's a lot in this scene. Batman's voice distortion is not prevalent. Like you don't hear it at all.
Yeah.
Oh, there's our janitor.
Yep.
Something looks weird here. Batman's cowl looks weird there. I'm not sure why. Like it looks smoother, like a I don't know. His cowl has like a texture to it, like a leather texture to it, but it doesn't here. I think there's like some sort of color coordination that they tried to take that blue tint out of his suit, and it made.
Yeah.
I don't know. It makes it look weird sometimes. Because that blue tint was a.
Yeah.
God, what a terrible. I hate the blue tint and shit.
Yeah.
And Batman's suit in no scenario should ever be blue.
Yeah.
Now this is amazing. Like, so Cyborg expressively, screams, "No, don't, for his father." He's obviously has emotion for his dad's well-being and all these things. Another thing that was another thing that was completely taken out of Justice League. Like he just shoots at Steppenwolf there. Yeah. Oh, drinking game.
Yep.
The Amazon. We're taking a drink every time we hear the Wonder Woman Amazonian call of her music, her score.
Yeah. So you know what I noticed the very first time I saw this version of Steppenwolf, and it sort of intrigued me, is that he's got a loincloth.
Yeah, that's Anya picked that out too.
Yeah. I mean, he's got this, incredibly intuitive suit.
Yeah.
It's almost sentient, and it's supposed to be futuristic alien, but it's got a loincloth. He's just kind of dangling.
Well, imagine if it wasn't there. What else would we see dangling?
Fair point. We would see Steppen's wolf.
Now, there's a joke about Mother Box in there. I'm just going to stay away from it.
You've already said enough. I like how in this scene, Flash is, in the Justice League, Flash is sort of he's like freaking out. And they're
save
just
one.
Yeah, just like, save one.
I just push people and run away.
Yeah. And here he actually, he's actually doing shit.
There's an amazing. I don't think we'll be able to pause it here in the right timing, but when the rocks are falling on all these people and like they do that quick shot where you can see him zipping around from our perspective of him going fast. Somebody screenshot a still from that, and there's actually a moment where Barry Allen is sitting back watching like himself do this.
Yeah.
But he has enough. He's so fast. He has enough time to.
Yeah.
Kind of step back and take a break, I guess. I don't know, but I'm going to see if I can catch it.
I love that we routinely see Alfred just sipping on whiskey.
Yeah, they're drinkers in this world.
Yeah. I love that line from BVS when he's like, "Alfred, I don't deserve you," and he's like, "No, sir, you don't."
All right, yeah, this shot right here. Yeah, all the falling. I want to see if I can catch him. He should be on the sideline. I saw it.
Yeah.
But he stood there for a second. But why wasn't he fast enough to get that one?
Cinematic effect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dramatization.
Mm-hmm.
Bad guy, sword lady.
Yeah.
So it is highly impractical, this Nightcrawler concept. It's such an impractical. Nothing about it to me says Batman.
Yeah.
It's like, let me move stealthily in the night, but this machine it literally rips holes into anything it comes into contact with.
Yeah.
It just destroys. It's a destroyer.
Just a repurposed AT-AT Walker.
Right.
Yeah. Half expecting Luke Skywalker to pop out in a snowspeeder and wrap a cable around its legs,
Yeah, like in that one old movie.
Yeah. Hey guys, remember this really old movie? Empire Strikes Back. He'd say he in the Infinity War. He says aliens. Remember this really old movie, Aliens?
Yeah. One more pop culture reference out of you. Yeah. Here's a question for you. I've seen go around. So if he mentions Star Wars, and Civil War,
right?
Does that mean Samuel L. Jackson still played? Was it Mace Windu? Is that
Mace Windu? Yeah. It's funny. I was just thinking of that in Endgame when Tony Stark is walking by Fat Thor and he's like, on your left or on your right, Lebowski, or something like that. And in Iron Man 1, the main villain was Obadiah Stane, played by oh my god.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Jeff Bridges.
Jeff Bridges, who was.
That's a good point. Yeah. I never even thought about that. There is a lot. Okay, so here we are. You have the blood of the old gods in you, as Steppenwolf just said to Wonder Woman. There is a line that's in Justice League that I really miss being in this movie, and I think it would fit so well into this movie, and that's, my axe is still slick with the blood of your sisters, which is ironic because you don't see that happen in Justice League, but he just states it. But you see it happen in this one. But I thought the very impactful line.
Yeah. I guess Steppenwolf is very poetic and pitiful.
So I just learned from watching this movie.
Yes. That
the Flash can't do anything if he's hurt. He has to heal before he can.
But he can heal quickly.
Right.
Which I didn't know.
I again, like you, I don't read comic books, so this is something that I've learned watching this, is that Flash, if he's hurt, he can't do any of his zip zat, his zip zat. I don't even know what
zip zat.
He can't do his zip zat. I could pick all you guys up and fly away, but let's use this completely impractical. Oh, no, let's try again. It fell over.
The turtle stuck on its back.
Do I know you?
I like how they talk about how he can, release the entire nuclear arsenal with just the thought, but he needs to plug in with 1,000 cables.
Right. You can control the world's entire nuclear arsenal with just the thought. But anything else, you're really just going to need a USB connection, XLR inputs. See it right there, Gotham Harbor.
Yeah.
No resonator on his voice.
Yeah. And sometimes it's it's at varying levels too.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can hear it slightly, but
it's so inconsistent. I don't understand it.
Yeah.
I love this shot of Aquaman. You don't see that in Justice League.
Yeah.
But he does waste a lot of time to stay staring at him through the water. So is that you? I can't quite tell. I'm standing in water.
Yeah. I could get a clear view if I moved my head forward just 6 inches. But I'm just going to remain back here.
That's like him looking through the window, like peering, is that you? No? I'll catch you. Okay, I'll be right over.
Yeah, see you in a second. So I guess this explains why, and again, I don't read comic books, but this explains how his method of propulsion in the water, because early you saw him jetting through the water without moving any appendages. So I guess he can control the flow of water and apparently talk to fish, according to
the water does the talking.
Yeah, according to Justice League.
Well, again, that was a Snyder line.
Ah,
you talk to fish.
Yeah, that's right. You said that.
Yeah.
Yep.
And because it's a Snyder line, I wish it was in this movie.
Yeah. No room in this thing. You all have to hang on.
Yeah. So glad I brought this one-seater vehicle. Don't worry, guys. There's plenty of spots for us to grab onto.
Yeah.
This would be a good time for Wonder Woman to fly.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, see you later.
Oh.
Did he just bail?
Yeah. See,
They don't hash that out here very well.
They don't really. Yeah. It's okay.
And that's one thing I've noticed is I feel like there's a lot of things that they left out to try to not relate it to Justice League.
Sure.
But that makes me wonder if Zack's actually seen Justice League. And he says he hasn't, and I have no reason not to believe him. But there's so many things that are just natural, questionably left out that was shot by Zack Snyder, but also made it in Justice League. I don't know. It's a. All right, so here's that repurposed footage I put on my what I don't like list.
Yep. Adorable eyes.
I don't. Oh yeah.
Yep.
He's so cute.
He's like a Furby.
Yeah, he's like a fucking Furby.
Is that loincloth?
Let's see, same shot,
Yep.
repurposed. Exactly, everything.
Mhm.
Picks it up
Yep.
and then brings down the axe.
Yep. So I counted. Yeah, he's got 4 fingers and 3 thumbs. He's got two thumbs on one side and 1 thumb on the other.
I couldn't get a good look. Did one finger have 2 fingers on it? I think like one finger had like another finger like coming out of it.
I couldn't quite put my finger on it. Oh.
Yeah, this whole anti-life equation thing is just not hashed out well.
Like, is that supposed to be it? Like,
yeah, that's it. That's the equation, but I don't understand it. Like, I don't grasp it. But at the same time, like,
maybe it's hidden in the geometry
maybe
of that. I don't know.
Maybe
a little Pythagorean theorem going on there.
Well, it's one of those things that would just have to pan out as the movies continued. You know, that I would have to understand more. You know, like parademons. I didn't know what parademons were until I saw Batman v Superman, and I didn't know what they were in Batman v Superman. But now I'm more aware of what parademons are, and like, so now going back and watching Man of Steel and BVS, it's just going to seem all these little things are going to seem more impactful. I'm sure that's how that anti-life equation was going to go, if we see a continuation of this.
Yeah.
The key to control all life and all will throughout the multiverse. I don't know. The whole mother box thing is still just it's a very loose connection still, even in the Snyder cut here.
Yeah.
I mean, like the fact, okay, well, the mother boxes awoke after Superman's death.
Yeah.
But like, why weren't they awake before he got there?
Yeah.
You know.
I guess it's you know, in a lot of ways, it's probably difficult to condense volumes upon volumes upon volumes of comic books into, you know, a single movie.
You're right.
So.
Fair enough. There he is.
Oh. I like how he's just willing to take his clothes off for him. You know, have your way with me.
Watching this with Seth, I was like, I wonder. Do you also wonder what Steppenwolf would taste like if you licked him? Like right there, it's like, I don't know. I just get a very sausagey vibe, you know. Like if you lick the scab or something. I don't know. It's
yeah. Sausagey.
Well, like, yeah, like I feel like him and E.T. are like the same texture.
Yeah. No. Yeah. 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 Maybe it's the color, but like old guacamole, you know?
Yeah. You look at it like, oh man, I can't use this guacamole anymore.
Yeah, it's like,
look, I just want to lick it.
This has been sitting out for too long, you know?
Is it weird that I want to lick his head? I have to taste you.
Yeah, just suck on the tip of one of his horns. You know?
Oh, this is really good.
Yeah. Quote Wolverine. So that's what that feels like.
Oh, Jimbo is here. Did you see the mass review bombing of Kong versus Godzilla? No, I haven't. Literally, people giving it 1 out of 10 star. Oh, that. Okay, yeah, yeah. Jimbo brings up a good point. People are uh, doing a review of Godzilla and Kong, like, and giving it 1 star, even though they haven't seen it or whatever. But they're giving it 1 star to say, restore the Snyderverse, or we're gonna like. Or we're going to campaign against all of Warner Brothers' movies. The thing about the Snyder Cut thing is it has very toxic fan base. Or let me rephrase that: there is a toxic fan base within the people who wanted this movie to come out.
Yeah,
and I don't affiliate with those people, and a lot of respectable people that follow this and lead the way of campaigning for the Snyder Cut. They tell you don't listen to these toxic people, but these toxic people exist. They want to like ban Warner Brothers, don't boycott all their movies, boycott this, boycott that, until we get the Snyder Cut. Now the Snyder Cut's released. Well, until they release the Snyderverse, boycott and like try to, ruin the score. That's so counterproductive.
Yeah,
to be toxic like that.
And, it's very there's a spectrum.
Yeah. And when I first started getting into this whole Snyder Cut movement thing about 2.5, 3 years ago, I was so into it and I was ready to go down, and be a part of this whole movement thing. And then at some point in time, I realized like, oh, these people are crazy.
Yeah.
For the most part, not for the most part, but like a section of them.
Right.
And because of that, I backed off. That's when I decided I'm going to stop talking about the Snyder Cut in my videos lightly.
Yeah.
I'll bring it up, release the Snyder Cut, but I'm just going to stay away from it for the most part. And that was because of that toxic fan base.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jimbo says Mortal Kombat will probably get the same treatment, sadly, and hopefully we can try to be stronger than that and get past that sort of thing. If you want to support this, you want to see the Snyderverse come to fruition, then do what we're doing right here. Watch it on HBO Max. That's the views is what's going to make them green light the next movie. I'm digging my new webcam. It's so clear, no lag.
Does your computer not have one, or do you just?
Well, it does, but it's not low quality.
Gotcha.
Like I would be all pixelated. Like, and I have live streams.
Yeah.
We did a Batman v Superman watch party here.
Okay.
And I went with my laptop camera because doing it for my phone and hooking it to the camera.
Right.
It, again, just like your phone's doing, it's coming. The latency. It's coming in choppy.
Yeah. So
I decided, well, I'll have a smoother picture and roll with my laptop camera, but it's just so pixelated. So I went and got this Logitech, which is really nice.
Right.
I dig it.
Yeah, I don't even have a laptop.
I had to get one when my computer shit out on me.
Yeah. I have a work laptop, but
this is easy. This is cheap. I got this. This is a Dell.
A couple $100 probably.
I paid $500 for it.
Okay. Yeah, that's. Yeah, I was looking at just out of curiosity. I guess there are some high-powered gaming laptops that can if you customize it right can easily drop $5,000.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. I remember people theorized that this was because this shot right here was in the trailer when it shows Bruce Wayne.
Right.
Yeah, this right here was in the trailer, and people theorized that was like a hologram of Wonder Woman.
No.
Or not Supergirl. Jimbo, I was about to say your setup looks nice. I want that Elm Street sign for my horror room. Oh, actually, thank you. Yeah, I have a different Elm Street sign somewhere. I used it in a couple of videos, and it was backlit. It was really nice, but now that I've turned this into a podcast studio, all the Film Trigger background got squished in, so I had to cut some things out. But thank you, Jim. You're welcome to come hang out with me in the studio if you want.
funny. So I watched this for the first time, and I remember the part about Batman talking about how he keeps having this dream, right? And he mentions Lois and how he feels like there's something darker. And then I watched, last night I started watching BVS, the Ultimate Edition, and he has that dream while he's falls asleep at his desk, and the Flash comes and like is trying to tell him something.
Yeah.
And it just I had forgotten about that part of BVS until I watched it again and made the connection with this movie, and thought it was interesting.
Yeah, that whole connection. There's actually supposed to be more to that. Like Zack Snyder was doing a SnyderCon sort of thing, and he talked about like in Justice League 3 there was going to be a scene where things went awry, and the Flash needs to go back in time and try to warn Bruce Wayne that Lois is the key.
Yeah.
And but they weren't sure because the Earth moves around the sun, so that they only have like 2 chances to meet up in the same place. And that's one of the few moments where those movies really explain like that's why time travel wouldn't work, because the Earth would be in a different spot than it was when you left. But anyway, so they had trouble trying to figure out when they should go back in time and tell Bruce. He's like, okay, tell me when you want to go back, because when you want to go back is probably when you went back before and you just randomly showed up in my house rambling on about Lois Lane. And he's like, so whatever you think you should do the opposite, and that's the one we'll go.
Yeah. It's funny, just to go back to the whole position of Earth thing, even so that wouldn't quite work either, because the sun is continuing to move around the galaxy.
Yeah, you get into this.
Yeah,
I've thought about this.
We could really break it down.
Yeah, we could break it down because even the galaxies are moving.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. Everything's moving.
Everything's moving.
Yeah. We would have a lot of fun doing a watch party of Interstellar. Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
You would. Yeah. Like I said, there is a big part of the movie. There's a good chunk of it where they use time dilation as a plot mechanism, and it's wild. I'm not going to go into detail because I don't want to. It's not a spoiler, but I don't want to ruin the sort of aha moment for you.
All right, right here.
Yep.
I call this Martha Manhunter, but it's a double-edged sword of Martian Manhunter's introduction. This was the shot this was the only shot that Zack Snyder hadn't shot yet.
Yeah.
Was this reveal of Martian Manhunter before he left the project. But it's bittersweet to me because, as I said in my review, like, at what point in time does trying to get Lois Lane, like, you need to get back out to the world, Lois. The world needs you.
Yeah.
But I'm also going to fully deceive you into thinking you're having a conversation with somebody that you didn't have a conversation with.
Right.
There's a double-edged sword of like integrity there. Like, where does he lie with that? That'd be something I'd like to see hashed out in the future films with him.
The question is, so I know we see that general in Man of Steel. Is he always?
Yep.
Mark. Oh. Okay.
Well, that's the theory.
Okay.
Yeah, he's always been Martian Manhunter. There's another one like why hasn't he intervened? Why hasn't he jumped in? And I think there's a theory out there now that maybe Martian Manhunter is starting to see the visions that Bruce Wayne was getting.
Yeah.
And that now he's starting. Okay, I need to really. This is a bigger thing than they can handle. I need to step in and help out however I can. Because in the epilogue, he says that he says I need to come out of my hiding and be a part of something more.
Yeah.
But we'll talk about that epilogue when we get to it, because I got my things with it. Jimbo. Amu Sandusky will link up at some point. I will. I mean, heck, Jim, if you got a setup, we can just do it virtually. I mean, easy enough. Also, I'd like to see his universe completed. Sucks it leaves off on a cliffhanger with Warner Brothers having zero intention of letting him complete it. Well, Warner Brothers has nothing to do with it. Fortunately, HBO Max is the one who can make that decision. Warner Brothers themselves particularly do not have a choice in the matter, because, as I was telling you off camera, the AT&T and Warner Brothers merger is what made this possible.
Mm.
You know, when Warner Brothers gave AT&T the power to use whatever,
Right.
you know, whatever's umbrellaed under the Warner Brothers ownership, that they can use anything they want,
Yeah.
reference any movies, any actors, that they can share them.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when the AT&T Warner Brothers merger, known as HBO Max, was like, okay, well, then we are going to actually release the Snyder Cut and start an investigation against you, Warner Brothers. Yeah, so Jimbo, I get what you're saying about Warner Brothers having zero intention of letting him complete it, but Warner Brothers doesn't really have a choice in the matter. But with that being said, what he might be referring to is HBO Max. Ann Sarnoff, she kind of runs this part of that whole Warner Media thing, and she stated that right now they have no plans to move forward, but the fans are willing to change that.
Yeah.
But hopefully not to keep it toxic. Just keep it respectful. Watch the movie, promote the movie, but don't try to ruin other people's shit. I mean, that's not only counterproductive to getting this done, but it's also counterproductive to the whole goal of the Snyder Cut movement, which is let the artist show their art, and respect the artist's art. Yeah. But when you're shitting on other review or other movies, giving them 1 star, and saying I'm going to do this until Snyderverse is released, then your integrity is not there.
Right.
You hold no true value of what is actually happening. You just want to see Snyder. God Snyder, Lord Snyder.
Yeah.
You know, listen, I love Zack Snyder's movies just as much as most people, but I'm not obsessed with the guy.
Right.
I don't like 300. You know, there's Zack Snyder movies I haven't seen. I don't plan on seeing. I'm not obsessed with Zack Snyder. Yeah. I like this story that he's telling, and I support getting this story told and seeing the future stories.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to sit here and be toxic to somebody just because, oh, Lord Snyder, they call him boss, that toxic fan base, they call him boss Snyder, which is that's weird.
Yeah, it is weird.
It's very weird. Yeah, sure thing, boss.
He would probably agree that it's weird too.
Yeah. Maybe, I don't know. But either way, Jimbo has a very good point.
Yeah.
About the toxicity, and it's just not right. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
So please move forward and support the Snyderverse respectfully with other movies. Don't try to take down somebody else. I'm sure your boss, Snyder, wouldn't like that. So weird.
See what you did there.
So, okay, here we are at the scene where they just unearthed Superman's corpse. Now, in Justice League, Wonder Woman and Aquaman weren't even in that scene, or at least they weren't shown. You're right, though. I came to that conclusion based on Ann Sarnoff interview and alleged Walter Hamada comments that Kevin Smith was talking about. I'm not sure exactly what comments you're talking about with Walter Hamada. I do know the Ann Sarnoff interview. Yeah, but I don't know what you mean by Kevin Smith was talking about. I don't think I saw that.
So there's an interesting scene here coming up that I noticed. I'll point it out when it happens.
Thanks for the warning.
But it has to do with Barry wearing the Air Force uniform.
Oh, are you gonna pull the military accuracy on me?
Well, kind of. Well, it's not necessarily an accuracy thing, but here. So here he is. He's in the truck.
Right.
He pulls up. This guy is a staff sergeant, and Barry's got see here, he salutes right there. You wouldn't salute a staff sergeant is an enlisted person.
Right.
You wouldn't salute them. So my thought is that, I mean, just in the interest of accuracy, I would think that the staff sergeant would notice that that's weird.
Well, he also said I when he saluted him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, listen, I'm no military person here, but isn't that like Navy?
Yeah, or I think
Or-
Marines do it too.
or pirate? Isn't that pirate?
Arr.
What's a pirate's favorite letter?
Arr.
R. You be thinking it's R, but it's actually the C.
Like in the TV show How I Met Your Mother, character Marshall, he makes the joke. He's like, "What be a pirate's favorite fast food restaurant?" And they're all like, "Arby's." And he's like, "Actually, it's Long John Silver's." You know, it's just like,
like he's
yeah,
he's a pirate.
Yeah.
How about Jolly Pirate? All right, so they just snuck Superman's body into Star Labs. Another completely washed over scene. Like, they don't even explain how they got in there besides just like they used the fake military ID to get them in. But like all this evacuating everybody out of it, that was never actually. None of this was shown at all ever. And I get these studios, just saying like, okay, we want to cut down time. We want to cut down time. You know why they want to cut down time?
Why?
So they can get more butts in the theaters. Because if you have a 2-hour movie, okay, then right after that movie's shown, you can get a whole crop of another group of people, and for the 2 hours. Yeah. So now you have a 4-hour movie in theaters. You're losing that entire ticket sales of those crops of people. It's how many times people can go see a movie throughout the day.
Right.
I get that, but like, let's just let the story be told. Like, I don't know.
That's money.
That it's what controls everything, man. Yep. Yeah, Jim, send it to me. See, Silas is so eager to help Victor. Like, at no point in time do I feel like Silas Stone, like I don't feel like he's any sort of like bad guy. Like, in Justice League, they paint him as like, you create this monster for your own scientific benefits.
Right.
But this one, not so much. Like, he
just wanted to keep his son alive.
Well, and not. He realized what he could do with that, and now he's finally realizing that his son could be more. Open pod, see that open pod there?
Yeah.
That's a huge thing in Man of Steel when this is the ship that Kal-El finds.
In the glacier.
In the glacier.
Yeah.
Well, those pods are what keeps like that dead Kryptonian you see there.
Yeah.
But that pod is open.
Yeah.
So who got out of it, and where is that person? Or Kryptonian, rather.
What's the theory? Do you know?
Supergirl is the theory, but that ship's been there for thousands of years. So I love that the suit's automatically coming out.
Yeah.
Now you'll notice that this is a lot of the set design is actually pretty phallic. Like, if you notice those chambers, they really just look like giant vaginas, and that's on purpose.
Mother box.
Oh, there's the mother box origins.
There it is. They're inside. All the files are inside the computer.
Wow.
Here's Lois.
I will say Snyder Cut's action sequence are so much better, unlike Justice League, where they threw him in a random Russian family. Oh, yeah, for some odd reason. Yeah, we talked about that already. The Russian family, they also had no payoff. There was nothing they did to help propel the story. As I said in my review, like, if they would have been like, oh, we saw weakness here, use that to help beat them. Okay, then they paid off a little bit.
Yeah.
But they didn't have any of that. They just, all it did was get the Flash out of the fight. They benched the Flash with that family.
Which the exact opposite happens in the Snyder Cut.
Yeah, pregnancy test.
Boom. Yeah, I mean, I noticed that too. How does that work? Alien biology, human biology. I guess it's like the Star Trek universe where you can have crossbreeding and you know.
I don't know. I don't have an answer for that one.
I guess Arthur Curry, he's half
Yeah,
and half.
fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I guess it just works that way.
But it goes into that whole suspension of disbelief.
Yeah.
You really gotta anchor into that for a lot of these movies, which I'm down with. Now, this entire scene right here is just remarkable. Why you would want to take this out,
right?
To not only show that Flash is fast, but he can actually manipulate time itself.
Yeah.
And that's what this. Because when I first watched this, I didn't know that aspect of Flash. Exactly. Right. I knew he could manipulate time, but I had no premise that they were going to show that in the Snyder Cut. And when I watched this and I saw the mother box coming down, I'm like, man, Barry still seems far away. How are they going to play this off like he touched the box at the same time?
Yeah.
Okay, the box is in the water. He hasn't touched it yet, but then he reverses it to manipulate that time. And that's what comes into play at the end of the movie.
Yeah, yep.
His ability to do that. And it's amazing. Like, why would you want to take that away from that character?
Right.
I don't fucking understand.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the ship warning them.
Yeah.
Is just another element of. Yeah, I don't know why the ship was. I'm not exactly sure why the ship wasn't as vocal when what's his name was making Doomsday. The ship's like, no, we really advise against this. No. They're like, do you? Yeah. The ship did say we do advise against it.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, okay, we'll override, and they did anyway. Okay. But yeah. But this scene, like it feels wrong.
Yeah.
The
ship is more persistent.
Well, not just that, but like Batman, like himself, like Arthur Curry, this is a bad idea, and Batman's just like, no, do it. Like it's a very uncomfortable scene.
More conflict.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
And back to the Flash too. I was just thinking, it's very interesting that they show that he can manipulate time, but when he mentions that he can go faster than the speed of light, just for those who enjoy physics and
faster than the speed of light.
Yeah.
So he would technically arrive before he arrives somewhere.
Right. Yeah. And I guess, yeah.
Right. I mean, he would get there before you could see him.
Right. For him, though, he would arrive at the time when he arrives.
Right.
Because of Einstein's theory of relativity. The speed of light is the same regardless of inertial frame of reference.
Right.
So for him, it wouldn't matter.
Well, I think I've told you this before. Like, if you want to, why can't you just speed the speed of light up? Is that possible?
I don't know.
The speed of light is set, but is it set? Can you speed that up? Because if you can speed up the speed of light, well, you kind of solve a lot of the time travel issues right there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I know, at least when it comes to faster than light travel, there's the concept of the Alcubierre drive, which instead of moving a spaceship through space, you move space through the spaceship. So it kind of eliminates the relativistic effects. So,
real quick, this scene here, this kind of continuation of the nightmare sequence you saw in BVS, but now it's being shown to Cyborg when he connected to that mother box.
Yeah.
This is such a this is what Justice League 3 was going to be. It was going to be the nightmare sequence in real life, or in
It was kind of going to be like the
fucking kills Aquaman right there.
Yeah, it was going to be the Avengers Endgame. Yeah.
And probably would have beat Avengers Endgame to the punch.
Yeah.
Now, this is another one of those repurposed shots. I believe that's when Zod, after he screamed after killing Zod. You notice he's carrying the bat cow right there.
Yep.
And the ripped up Joker card flies across the screen. That plays off from the epilogue.
Yep.
Hopefully, when he meets up with Bruce Wayne in Flashpoint, he'll teach him how to run properly. See, this movie really sets up like a hopefulness to you. You're like, okay, he's going to reach the mother box because he has to tap it as soon as it touches his water.
Yeah.
There it is. It's touching the water. You're like, okay, he's late.
Oh, no.
So now it adds so much more dramatic. Like, he's still far away from it.
What's going to happen next,
Like, how are they gonna redo that?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. He manipulates time.
Oh, boy. Oh.
See, when it did that, I was like, what is going on?
What's happening?
Why is it going in reverse?
Yeah.
What? Oh my God, I get it now. It's a really beautiful shot.
Mm-hmm.
I love that line. The future has taken root into the present.
Yep.
It shows you just like how in tune that ship actually is.
Yep. Oh.
To harken back to what Seth was talking about earlier with Black Adam, did you see Pierce Brosnan was cast in Black Adam? Rumored to be Dr. Fate. See, I don't know much about comic books, so I don't know who Dr. Fate is.
Yeah, neither do I.
I really didn't even know who Shazam was until the movie came out, because I love movies. I like.
Yep.
Tell me, do you read comic books? No, I don't.
You should. Nope.
Oh, something's definitely reading. Okay, we're done with that.
He is.
I guess he is Dr. Fate. Guess it's not a rumor. Yeah, I don't know who Dr. Fate is. Who is Dr. Fate, Jimbo? I love that shot right there. That's so beautiful. When he's looking down at his own memoriam. Oh, yeah. Tell me, do you read? You read. You will.
I like how in this scene, Cyborg doesn't say, like, your heart rate's up, you gotta bring it down. He says, he's scanning us. Something's wrong. I like that better, It sounds like he's not expecting this when he's like, your heart rate's down, or heart rate's up. It sounds like it's almost like he already knows it's gonna happen,
He's definitely not okay.
Yeah.
This is also like Zack Snyder. I read this from somebody who read it. I don't know if it's fact or not, but they said the reason why Superman actually chills out, not only because he sees Lois Lane, but he sees that Lois Lane is pregnant. But that's theory. It's not obviously stated in the movie. See, here we go.
Yep.
The Cyborg, who can control anything, control a whole nuclear arsenal at the just a thought, cannot control his fucking arm right now. It just seems like I don't know. It just seems like a very odd thing. Yeah. Hey, you can control anything except yourself.
Yeah, and it missed too. By a lot.
Harry, you're a terrible shot. Oh, it was at the Dumb and Dumber. Harry, you're alive.
Yeah.
And a terrible shot.
What if I shot him in the face? What if he shot me in the face? It's a risk we were willing to take.
Ooh, that stung.
When I bite into a York peppermint
I feel like Superman getting zapped by Cyborg. I'm gonna have to make that into a meme. Because that's fucking great. I'm definitely gonna turn that into a meme.
Yeah.
just that shot of him, like when you that first bite into a peppermint patty. Okay. Dr. Fate is very Doctor Strangey, what Jimbo's saying. He is the alias of Kent Nelson, son of archaeologist. He was taught sorcery by mystical helmet. Yeah, okay. Doctor Strange for DC.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love this. Yeah. This is such a great sequence here. And what's amazing, like in the actual Justice League cut, you're missing out on so much.
Yeah.
Like they're taking the top and bottom of this out and just zooming it in.
Yeah.
And the music is so much. Right? Remember the music in Justice League here? It's that kind of warped John Williams score for the original Superman movies.
Yeah.
You know, like, but it's kind of warped a little bit, which I get, but like fucking playing the hits. Boom. Dude, he was just. The whole military is completely out of the picture in Justice League.
Yeah.
And I love, he has to go through all the members of Justice League to get to Batman in this shot here.
There he is.
Oh, there's Batman hiding behind that tank. I'm going to go. He's thinking I should have stayed behind the tank. So, right here, he has to go through everybody. He has to go through everybody to get to Batman.
You should have waited in the car. He grew a couple more arms.
Let's all take the stairs because Batman's got to walk up the stairs.
It's the video I sent you, like Batman and Superman want to team up. You know the College Humor link.
Oh yeah, right here.
Yeah,
he slaps his butt.
Yep. Oh,
I've seen that bit so many times on College Humor.
Yeah.
Oh. Batman truly looks terrified right here.
Yeah.
So he rips off that gauntlet, but like the other one takes so much more force.
Yeah.
See, the voice alternator is not there.
Yeah, it's not. Oh, just in time. And they eliminated the. I need the big gun. No, the big gun, Alfred.
Well, yeah, they made it. She's organically there. She's there because she visits it every morning.
Yeah.
But they made it seem like it was his like contingency plan.
Right.
You know that of why she showed up. Hot take. I actually liked Affleck as Batman. His Batman movie that got canceled was apparently going to feel close to Arkham Asylum. Yeah, actually, I think it was supposed to be held in Arkham Asylum. Just like the video game. Have you ever played those games?
No.
Oh, dude, I'm not a huge gamer, but those games I love. Like,
Yeah.
you actually are Batman. Like, every aspect of you, you're a detective. You get to hide in the shadows. Like, you do all this. Do all the Batman stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would have been a good Batman solo film for sure. Who knows? Maybe we could whore all that shit out to HBO Max.
Ooh.
You see Lois just drop.
Hopefully he didn't take her too high. It might be hard for her to breathe, you know.
Tell me, can you breathe? You will.
Oh.
Pull my finger. Now, right here.
Yep.
Justice League, they just showed that and then showed the boom tube going up. They didn't none of what happens in the next 10 minutes was in that fucking movie. They just showed, Steppenwolf got the third one.
Oh yeah. Magically.
Doesn't show, Silas sacrificing himself in a very Terminator 2-esque way. At least he's not doing that. Oh, how much longer am I going to hold on to this?
How much longer?
They always fit one more breath in there.
There's always... No, there's that loincloth. It's hard to unsee it.
Covering up Steppen's wolf. Or maybe he's hiding something else. Maybe that is where his mother box is. I mean, are we just assuming Steppenwolf's gender here?
Yeah. Right.
It's 2021. Yeah. Who the hell are we?
Stephanie Wolf. I love all the equations in the background.
Stephanie Wolf.
Maybe his search for the mother box is just his search for his identity,
Or maybe that's like the betrayal he did on the family. They're just they're old school,
very conservative.
Yeah, damn you, Steppenwolf, and your liberal ways.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, this is very much like the looking at the Ark of the Covenant.
Yeah.
Just oh.
God, why you would ever want to cut this scene out? And he doesn't even not only does he not die, but at the end of Justice League, they show him redo Cyborg's suit to make it match up more like the cartoons and the comic books.
Yeah.
They even made him say "Booyah," which is from Teen Titans Go.
Oh.
Pulp culture reference. Come on, spit it out. Do you and Shane have set schedule that you go live? No, this is our first one, and this is impromptu. Actually, I invited Shane over here to do a podcast.
Yeah.
For my other YouTube channel, Studio 47 Presents. But he's like, dude, we got to talk about Snyder Cut. I'm like, let's do a live watch party.
Yeah.
So here we are. But I am wanting to actually do a live watch party. I wouldn't mind picking out a day a week just to do one live watch party.
Yeah.
I don't know if one day a week would be too much. Maybe every other week. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I would love to do a bad movie night. Let's just watch a bad movie, or movies I haven't seen, like Alien. Let's watch Alien, Interstellar.
Yep, Interstellar. Bad movie. What comes to mind when you think let's watch a bad movie?
Batman and Robin.
Okay. The Rock. You know,
Right.
Nicolas Cage.
It's so bad it's good. Yeah.
It's so bad it's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it could umbrella into many different movies.
Uh-huh.
You know, like it could be movies that I think are ridiculous, but you love.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Yeah. You get a balance. You know?
Yeah. It does sound fun, Joe. That's why I want to do it. That's actually why I got this new webcam, because like I was like, if I like these live streams, I need to get a better camera set up for it. So, see, look at that blue tint in his suit. Ugh.
Yeah.
But,
and the voice regulator's working right now.
Yeah, that's good. The Reuben.
Yeah.
You know what he's talking about?
No, what?
The Reuben, the little short that I did with.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Jimbo,
yeah,
the one who's
yeah,
talking to us, he was in that.
I remember that.
He's one of the guys that got killed at the table. Birdmick? Do you mean Birdman? Or is that just a movie I don't know? I'm still proud of the Reuben too. It's always a good revisit. Well, Jeremy D. Moore from Zombie Tap Dance magazine, he actually hit me up years ago to he wanted to do like a Mystery Science Theater 3000.
Oh wow.
But for the Reuben, where we sat and like made fun of it, and I told him, I said, listen, man, I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't know if Keith Williams is he's too sensitive for that. He would take these jokes to heart. I was like, we can't do it. See, another line that was dubbed over was that you smell good.
Yeah.
Yeah, she actually says you spoke, and when she said you spoke, like I had to listen back to it like 3 or 4 times to make sure that we weren't mistaken that she actually said you spoke. And I was like, but it's the same shot. There's when we watch Justice League, you see it when you're paying attention to it. They just dubbed over it. She's saying you spoke, and then like you smell good. Like there's extra syllables that she's not mouthing in Justice League. You good on beer?
Ready for a refill.
All right. Yes, we're boozing.
Thank you, sir.
We're boozing to Justice League. No, not Justice League. See, not 3 beers in. To Zack Snyder's Justice League.
Yeah.
I like the fact of how they hone more into Superman or Clark Kent figuring himself out.
Yeah.
Figuring out where he is, why he is. Like that moment right there, and this iconic shot where he's looking out the window and you see the swing.
Yeah.
That's in Man of Steel, but he's sitting on the swing as a kid.
Yeah.
In Man of Steel in this shot, and Jonathan Kent is looking out the window. It's beautiful, man.
That's
so poetic.
That's the great thing about this. I mean, it's 4 hours long, but it seems to fly by.
Yeah.
And it's not just extra content. I mean, it all is meaningful. It adds, like you said, there can be some things that are trimmed out, but I mean, overall, everything adds to the movie.
Yeah.
Provides a lot of extra depth.
Oh, Birdemic. Okay, like the word pandemic. I got you. It's called Birdemic. It's one of the bad cult films. I'm going to have to check it out.
How many viewers do we have now?
According to YouTube, 0. But Jimbo seems to be pretty he's communicating with us a lot, so
yeah.
I think that number might be not so real.
I gotcha.
At least 1.
Yeah.
The movie was so bad it got popular for being so bad. The director got $1 million just to make a sequel. Nice. Can you make this one worse?
Which Sharknado are we on?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I love the Deadpools. That's fine. I'm just gonna use this brick. I know this is totally random, but every time I watch Deadpool 1, it always makes me want a pineapple and olive pizza. You know, from the scene with the pizza delivery boy.
I always get not always. If I order pineapple on pizza, because I don't get into that whole debate. Like I don't. Who gives a shit what's on pizza? Yeah. I put pineapple and jalapeno.
Oh, nice.
I learned that from when I worked at Little Caesars.
Yeah.
A Mexican family always ordered pineapple and jalapeno.
Nice.
And I was like, I'm going to try that. It was so good.
I mean, it makes sense. I mean,
sweet and spicy.
You know, there's the Mexican delicacy is consuming like mango with chili powder on it. I noticed they cut the scene where Batman's like injured. You know.
But they didn't cut it. That was added. See what I mean? No footage that Joss Whedon shot is in this.
Got it.
And he shot a lot in the other one. See, in New Beginnings, he's learning.
Yeah, I like the symbolism of the butterfly.
Yeah.
You know, because he was in a cocoon. Now he's reborn in a way.
I was thinking. I thought you were going to go like a butterfly effect route with things, which could be another
interpreted that way. But in this scene specifically,
you're right. It plays into the traps, but now coming out on the other side is something more beautiful than you were before.
I guess it is quite a corny scene as well because of all the corn. And then he's playing with the butterfly. Butterfly moth. I'm not an entomologist.
Thank you for clarifying that when everyone was asking.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know. I look like the person. You know, my appearance would cause you to assume that I have like multiple doctorates in entomology, but spoiler alert, I don't.
Well, Clark Kent is back.
He's back.
And now she's got to send him away.
Oh,
here comes Mama. Mom. Here comes Mama. She's like, you went to her first?
She's like, what the fuck?
Either that or this is Martha Manhunter again.
She's putting on a show.
Yeah.
Act surprised. Getting the character. She's in the truck before like red leather, yellow leather. Just practicing lines.
I get that joke now.
Yeah. Although, if she were Martian Manhunter or Martha Manhunter, wouldn't Clark see that? Be able to tell?
Probably.
Yeah.
I don't know. Can he see the difference? I mean, why wouldn't he recognize that when he came across that colonel before? Because he's in a shape-shifting position then.
Yeah, I guess the Martian Manhunter can just truly replicate, you know, everything.
It's creepy. So I'll forever associate Shane with entomology now. Let's do watch party for ants and A Bug's Life. Oh, there's a difference between watching bad movies and just torturing each other. Like, I don't want to watch bad movies just because like it's not in my like age range. You know, like let's watch bad movies. Let's watch.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like Dora the Explorer. You know, like.
Yeah. Hey, he's eating snacks.
He's a snack
He's
hole.
a snack hole.
Bruce Wayne looks pissed. Lois Lane is the key. Something Joker says at the end of this, or at the end, during the epilogue, just really makes me wonder the route Zack Snyder was trying to go with this. He's like, how many? I forget the exact quote, but it's like, how many worlds do you ruin because you just won't let yourself die?
Right.
Is it worlds? He said, I forget, or timelines or something like this.
How do you feel about
Freddy versus Jason would be a good bad movie watch party because a lot of people actually love that movie.
It is, yeah.
Like, I don't hate it.
Yeah.
But it's so 90s.
Yeah.
Or like early 2000s rather, that like I'm just like,
Yeah.
You know?
It is.
Like it's just, yeah, it's 100% early 2000s.
Yeah.
You can tell by the way it is.
So you might, I mean, I don't know if you know this about me, but I'm a huge fan of the Friday the 13th franchise.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So why?
Why?
It's nostalgia or?
Well, it was just by accident when I was, in middle school. I just happened to catch, I think it was, I just happened to be curious about it, so I watched the first one, and then I watched the second one and third, and I watched all of them, and I loved them.
Nice.
So since then,
What'd you think about the remake?
The 2009 one?
Yeah, which is not, it's a remake, but it's technically a sequel to the first one.
I thought it was good. I thought it was I thought there was, it wasn't quite as ominous.
I loved it.
I did too.
Like, I thought it was great, and I thought it was a perfect sequel to the first Jason movie, because it picks up, it explains things like, okay, so this kid obviously drowned and he watched his mother die.
Right.
So now 30 some odd years later in the future, now he's out killing people.
Yeah. No, I really liked it. And, obviously.
And I love the big, like, active Jason.
Yeah.
The Jason that actually runs and
exactly.
Does shit. And,
Alfred's pouring a drink.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Here's a toast to the end of the world. Long live the king.
Oh, here we go. Yeah.
Yep.
Long live the king.
That was good. Yeah. But yeah, huge Friday the 13th fan.
All new metal. I don't know that one. It's basically one.
Now here's a question.
I was surprised I liked it so much since Michael Bay was attached to it. I don't jump on board with Michael Bay hate. Like, I understand like why, like, he did produce the Ninja Turtles movie, which kind of, I don't know, it was just a copy and paste of the Amazing Spider-Man script, but I don't know, I just don't get on board with hating a director because he does what he's good at. Michael Bay's really good at big explosions and stuff like that. And then when he does another big explosion, like, oh, look at that, Michael Bay.
Oh, look at that. There he goes again. He's on the loose.
Right. And the guy makes movies that are hits.
Yeah.
That's why they keep hiring him.
The Rock. That's one of them.
That's Michael Bay. Yeah, that's why.
Movie.
Yeah, it's Bad Boys.
90s Michael Bay.
Look at all those vaginas. Look at that.
Yeah, just seeping vapor.
Look at those mother boxes.
Yeah.
The mother of all boxes.
Yeah. Just a plethora of boxes. Yeah.
Now, I do like this, the Jor-El and Jonathan Kent.
Yeah.
I do think it goes a little long.
Yeah.
But one thing I really liked about this Superman is, if you pay attention to the Christopher Reeve Superman, like, as soon as he finds Jor-El, like, he doesn't give a fuck about about his dad anymore.
Wow.
Jonathan Kent, like he's never talked about again.
Yeah.
You know, like it's like no, now I follow my new father and my newfound ways.
Yeah.
Which I have a whole bunch of shit to talk about. Well, just watch my review series for that. But this one, they're both just as important.
Yeah.
And one thing I kicked myself in the ass over for not putting it in my review. I didn't talk about the black suit. And the thing is like, first of all, it looks great. But that metal padding or that metallic padding that is so noticeable in the red suit, Zack Snyder had the forethought because they told him they didn't want the black suit in this movie.
Yeah.
So he had the suit designed with that metallic padding to be so prominent so he could desaturate it. He said it will look better when it's black. Yeah. Because he's planned on doing it black anyway.
Yeah. The black looks way better.
I mean, it doesn't, the metallic padding doesn't look cosplay ridiculous. It fucking works here. Yep. And I think the reason why I didn't even bring it up in my review is because I wasn't noticing how bad the suit was. Yeah. I liked it and I bought it. Yeah. But I was kicking myself in the ass. I was like, fucking Christ. One thing I've always bitched about Justice League was that metal padding under the suit or metallic padding, and my opportunity to rectify it, like, totally threw out the window.
I just in that shot of him, you know, launching off the ground. I always love how they show the vapor cone when he breaks the sound barrier. You know. Yeah. That's the aerosol.
Well, they do that in Superman Returns.
They do, yeah. It's just the aerodynamicist. You know.
In case you guys don't know, Shane Planes and Automobiles. Shane's you're in the Air Force.
I am. Yeah. Recently.
Oh, we lost you for a second there. But you're back.
Oh, yep. I am.
Yeah, you're in the Air Force and you do planes and you love planes and
I do planes.
Don't you design traffic patterns for flight patterns?
Well, I'm a problem solver with NetJets. My civilian job. Basically, just mitigate any issues.
Gotcha. Some reason I thought you designed the patterns, the flight patterns, or had something to do with. I guess that's part of it, though, right? Like,
I don't do that. I mean, the pilots do that, you know. But I basically, I mitigate issues.
Gotcha.
That's pretty much it. You know, weather issues, maintenance issues, aircraft performance issues. And then for the Air Force, jet engine mechanic.
Nice.
Yeah. Still very green behind the ears, but, you know.
I do. Plane accessories.
Yeah.
Bah!
I'm a bumher.
I'm going to kick your ass. See, Jimbo, I like the 90s Michael Bay. Transformers TMNT Michael Bay is what turned me off. I didn't mind Transformers 1 and 2. And when it comes to TMNT, the first one wasn't great. As I said, it was a copy and paste script of The Amazing Spider-Man. But I really, really liked Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, Out of the Shadows. I loved it. It was like watching a live-action version of the cartoon. Which Friday the 13th is a big IP? What's IP?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know what IP means. I feel like I'm probably missing something that's common.
Yeah. Is that
you damn millennials and your language.
Like a stock?
Yeah, I don't know.
Term?
Yeah, maybe.
Stock IP? Or...
No.
I forgot what it stands.
Explain yourself, Jim.
Tell us.
So anyway, we're watching Zack Snyder's Justice League.
Yeah.
Let's work as a team. See you guys later.
Bye. This isn't a car. I do like the more armored Batman suit. You know.
Yeah. His tactical suit.
His tactical suit. Yeah.
This isn't a car.
This isn't a car. Seems like the Batmobile has a lot of ammo.
Yeah. You just don't question things like that.
Yeah. It's like,
That's not what you question.
Yeah. It's like the movie Commando, the end. Arnold Schwarzenegger, he never reloads his weapon.
That'd be a good random movie night.
Yeah, oh man. Let off some steam, Bennett.
Is that the one he says get to the chopper? Is that
no, get to the chopper's Predator.
Oh, is it Predator?
Yeah,
okay. I can't remember.
I'm pretty sure Commando predates Predator.
Now, do you remember in Justice League, this entire sequence, the background is red?
Yeah, I do remember that.
It's red wash all the way through.
Yep.
Oh, no, you are my age. I am also a millennial. I just like saying it because it makes you feel more powerful.
Did we clear up what IP means?
Intellectual property.
Ah.
Pre-existing material. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, I get it. Which Friday the 13th is a big IP? Yes, it is. Okay. I thought he was asking a question at first. Okay.
Yeah,
which one is the big IP?
Yeah,
I don't fucking know.
I don't know. You tell us. Oh.
No, we can talk about whatever you want to talk about, Jimbo. I was just reminding people that this is a Zack Snyder. Hey, if we get off topic, that's everyone else's fault for not chiming in.
Yeah, it's always fun to get off topic.
Okay. Drink.
Drink.
We're doing a drinking game every time we hear that
the Amazonian chorus of opera.
That's a great
action
shot. Yep,
yeah.
Action shot. Unwatchable. Take it out.
Yeah, fuck it.
Let's bring on Joss Whedon to take care of this shit. This movie is unfucking watchable.
Nope. Here we go. We get the Aquaman score. Cue the one-liners.
All right. Cowabunga.
Yeah, hang loose, bro.
Where's the party? My man. Yeah, I think that's what comes up here in just a second.
Yeah.
My man.
That makes you wonder.
I'm here to chew bubblegum and kick ass, and I'm all out of bubblegum.
Hair flip. No, he doesn't chew bubblegum. He chews Trident gum.
That's Aquaman's bubblegum of choice. Trident.
Between epic battles, he does chewing gum commercials.
I never leave my house without my Trident by my side. That's perfect.
Oh man.
Are you close to we're Jimbo, we're close in perspective. We're at 3 hours and 16 minutes. We still have a little hair than less than an hour.
Yeah. You could barely fit this movie into a cross-country flight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know that, but you would.
It'd be a good one.
Look at these fucking shots, dude. These are amazing.
Yeah. There he goes.
Listen, as I said in my review, Justice League, to me, shut your brain off, and it works as a film if you just consider it a solo movie. Don't tie it to anything else Snyder, and it works as a live-action animated film.
Yeah, it's a Band-Aid. It holds things together. It gets the...
It's cohesive enough to work. But this right here, this is beautiful.
Yeah.
Everybody's doing their part for the end goal.
Yeah.
Unlike Justice League, everyone was just randomly about doing random things, pushing a car over here, lifting that building over there.
Yep.
Oh.
Alfred enjoying some scotch and wrenching on a car. I love the.
It'd be funny if he's like all like slurry.
Yeah.
Who's you? Superman.
Expecting
Like
you.
who decided the show?
Bruce must wear his new suit. Oh.
Oh, it's Nightlight Furby. God, Steppenwolf just looks so good.
He does.
Oh,
No,
drink.
No.
In case you
It
didn't,
is every time.
yeah, we'd get fucked up if we did shots. Like if we were doing a drinking game with shots,
Yeah.
every time that Amazonian cry shows up, whenever Wonder
Yeah.
Woman does anything, it shows up. Take a shot.
Yeah, see, that's what I was
Yeah.
saying. Yeah, you wouldn't make it past. I mean, at least the first hour.
Right.
I mean,
that'd be a good drinking game for this movie.
mhm.
If we ever do another watch party of this movie specifically,
I feel like we'd have to set up like a list of rules. You know, not just that. You know, the Aquaman one-liners.
yeah.
Oh, there it is.
No, jeez, Louise.
Yeah.
She's like, oh, she's upside down. Cue the music.
Mhm. Yep.
See, this just like when they resurrected Superman.
Yeah.
You know how that plan, like you don't think it's going to work at first. You know,
Right.
I love that. Barry Allen just saves the day, but they all save the day.
Right.
He's definitely the Hail Mary pass here.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why would you want to take this out of the fucking
Yeah, that's
movie?
brilliant. What was Aquaman about to do? He was like winding up to take a swing.
He's like, oh, man, you let me near some water. I'll show you.
It's gonna help.
I'll be back here.
Makes you wonder. You know,
He's just like, cowabunga.
Cowabunga, dude.
Surf's up.
I'll just be back here throwing up the hang loose sign. You let me know if you need any help. Makes you wonder, you know, if he can manipulate water, why can't he manipulate air? You know?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just
Well, I mean, I guess, I don't know. Maybe it's just H2O itself.
that specific
Yeah.
molecule.
Yeah.
I mean, unless it's just the hydrogen part that he can manipulate, because if it were the fact that, you know, he wouldn't be able to manipulate air. But if
Right.
it's the oxygen, then obviously he could.
Well, then maybe that's it.
Maybe it's just the hydrogen. Maybe he can just manipulate hydrogen.
We're going to go with that.
Yeah.
I can't maintain this.
Oh, there he goes.
Oh.
He's inserting himself into the mother boxes.
Jimbo, you gotta chug your beer the entire time Aquaman is chugging that bottle as he takes it out of the bar.
Oh.
That's the time I will regret Snyder having those super slow-mo scenes. Okay.
Oh, man.
Like he's only
There he is.
not impressed. Do you remember his line in Justice League when
No,
he
what
first
was
shows
it?
back up? I believe in truth.
Oh.
I'm also a big fan of justice. Look at this. Fucking just kicks him. Boom.
Let's talk about how he just just vaporized his axe.
Yeah, he froze it.
Yeah. That was pretty cool.
Well, this is when the parademons would recognize that Steppenwolf has fear and then take him. You don't even see him die. They just take him up into the boom tube.
Oh.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
It's 7, yeah.
Damn it, Aquaman. Okay.
Yep, there it is.
All right, he says. Look at them, all working as a team here.
Yeah.
God, that suit looks so good.
It sure does.
And, dude, cut off his horn.
Yeah.
Well, now would be a good time then.
Mm-hmm.
Employee of the month right here. Parademons.
He's got a picture of himself on the wall somewhere. By the coffee machine. Jim, I heard you took out the Flash with a plasma ball. You know.
I don't like to brag, but I've been working up on my. You just want to lead the target, you know.
I know we all look the same, but that's me on the wall over there.
Yeah, I like Dawn of the Dead. I'm actually Zack Snyder did Dawn of the Dead also.
No shit.
But I'm excited to see his new Army of the Dead zombie movie that's coming. It's on Netflix.
Okay.
Well, I don't know. I am in like zombie fatigue.
Okay.
Yeah, like it's a little oversaturated.
Sure.
But I'm going to stop talking about that for a second because here comes the man. Here comes.
Yep. Oh, there he is.
Darkseid. Boom.
Join me, and together we will rule the galaxy. Darkseid? Yeah. That.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
Boom.
Yep.
Too late. let me get down there and stand with you guys.
Yeah. Oh.
Boom. And see it.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now the Flash is. This is the element he was missing in Justice League.
Mm-hmm.
This third speedster that has no reason to be in the movie because there's two other people with the same powers. But this is what he brings to the table. This is what he does differently.
Yeah. And even his introduction with Batman. I mean, they sort of sum it up. He's like, so you're fast. That seems like an oversimplification, you know? There it is in a nutshell.
I love this little mental letter he's writing to his dad.
Yep.
Yeah. Your boy was one of them. You know, this is like a much more well thought out version of what happened at the end of Superman, the Christopher Reeve movie when he spins back the world.
Yeah. I was just thinking of that.
Yeah, it's definitely in that same like likeness of that. Just this looks a lot cooler, and also that's just not how Earth works. spinning it
Just
the other way.
Backwards.
Just spin it backwards. It's a very,
yeah,
very one-dimensional way of thinking of time travel.
Yep.
Make your own future. Make your own past. See, this is probably when he gets the idea. The way he says that, make your own past, was kind of like,
right.
In the Flashpoint storyline, that's when Flash goes back to save his mom from being murdered, and he fucks up all this stuff. Now this is cool. I love seeing, like, technically Superman died twice. But I love seeing, like, these people be pieced back together. Like, it just shows you, like, how big of stakes there were. Like,
yep.
And then the mother box is trying to trick him.
Yep.
This is. We can make you normal, or whatever they say. Make you not broken. I'm not my broken boy. Also very Terminator-esque.
Yep.
Right there.
Mm-hmm.
When T-1000 went into
goes into the molten steel. Yep. All we're missing is the thumbs up.
I wonder that the actor who plays Silas Stone, I'm like you, I can't remember his name off the top of my head.
Yeah.
But I just wonder if he's like, oh, finally, I get to break away from all this Terminator lore. He's like, okay, I work for Star Labs and sacrifice myself. Yeah. Son of a bitch.
Yeah. I discover cybernetic technology. Okay. This sounds familiar.
I think I can do this.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh. Ah! I thought this was super fucking cool.
Yeah. And you know what's crazy? This was filmed before Endgame ever came out.
Oh, wow.
So, like, chopping off the head.
Yeah.
Like, people think there's theories out there or conspiracy theories that Jeff Johns. Oh, it's so badass. That Jeff Johns actually was leaking stuff to Kevin Feige about what they were doing here.
Gotcha.
I mean, the whole reason why they even made the movie Civil War was because Zack Snyder was BVS, yeah. Joe Morton, that's the guy's name. Thank you, Jim.
Yep. Restroom break.
Oh, Shane's gonna go potty. Ray Porter, who does this, does Darkseid. He actually gave me a little bit of love one day. I did this little. Zack Snyder released a photo of Darkseid like a year and a half ago, and I colorized it and put hashtag release a Snyder cut coming out the clouds and all this stuff. And Ray Porter liked it on Vero. That made me feel very special. Yeah, I know. Well, at least we made it this far into the movie, Jim. At least we didn't break the seal an hour ago. That would have been traumatic. Although now that I think about it, the them being at the top of this nuclear plant is very parallel to X-Men, Wolverine X-Men Origins. And I never really considered that until just now. Yeah, he does seem like a cool dude. He was on Film Junkies live vodka stream that he does on Fridays, and he was a just really chill type of guy. I invited Film Junkie to be on this live stream, but he never responded. I guess, like Steppenwolf, I'm just not part of the cool kids club. It's all right. I'll make my own club. Oh yeah, he's. They've all been doing different podcasts and live streams. They've really hit up the YouTube culture to promote this because that's where a lot of their promotion was coming from. All right, here we go. We're diving into the epilogue here. A father twice over. See, I feel like this beginning part of the epilogue could have been tacked in. It didn't need to be a part of the epilogue. It could have just been like the end of the movie before presenting the epilogue, which would be mainly the dream sequence and what have you.
Kill the book.
See, this is Shane's back. See, this is what I'm talking about. This is the epilogue right here. But I feel like this should have not. This could have just been like before the epilogue. You know, it's where he fixed the recorder and he's listening to the rest of the message his dad left.
Right, I remember that.
Yeah, like this just seems like the conclusion to the movie as opposed to an epilogue.
Right.
And now an epilogue is supposed to, tie up loose ends and wrap everything up. But like, I don't know, with all the added stuff in this epilogue, I feel like this would have been fine as the end of the movie, and then add that extra shit. Cool, Jim. Yeah, I'd love to have you. All I'm using is, well, now I have this webcam, but I'm just using a $500 laptop and, well, my soundboard, but you can order a podcast kit easy. It all just USBs right into the laptop, which is easier than what I do, but I make mine work without spending extra money. I got all this fucking sound equipment.
I love how Aquaman is built to handle extreme cold and pressure, but he still wears a coat.
Right.
I know it's, the style thing. Probably.
He doesn't want to raise any questions. What right there?
Yep.
The Atom getting his promotion.
Yeah, just get. Yep.
Alfred in his combat boots.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Got his shit kickers.
Yep. Must be. I wonder, what the backstory is on Alfred. Like, was he ever in the military, or?
I would imagine that's probably what it was. He was probably part of some tactical upbringing of some kind.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'd love to see more of this Alfred, Jeremy Irons Alfred, in an action.
Yeah. Like when you say action, what do you mean?
I don't know, not just the guy behind the computer.
Not just the man in the chair.
Just not just the man in the chair. Yeah, like I mean, obviously, I know like you probably can't throw him into action sequences like the end of this movie, but I don't know, something where he kind of exerts a little force, I guess.
I don't know. Or maybe we find out why he doesn't do that.
That too. At least, or that, an explanation would. Oh, here we go.
Oh, yeah. Here's the I bought the bank.
My favorite line.
Yeah, I do. Yeah. Also in the dream sequence, too, Jimbo, he says, look how skinny Affleck looks at the end when he's talking to Manhunter. Definitely post rehab. Yeah, it's because he quit drinking. Well, he also just wasn't in Batman shape.
True.
I mean, I don't think he was chubby before as much as he was just bulked up.
He was, yeah.
But these reshoots came on suddenly for Snyder Cut, and not even reshoots, is this extra footage. So yeah, he didn't have time to bulk on that Batman beef. That bat beef.
B&B.
That bat beef.
Yeah. The bat beef.
We need more bat beef.
We need more bat beef.
Let's see.
More bat beef. Guys, thank you.
Look at the bat tank. Now look at these guys sitting right here behind the bat tank. You can't see them clearly, but they're wearing like almost like Star Trek Next Generation, like the visor.
Oh, yeah.
The skinny eye.
Geordie LaForge.
Yeah. Those are actual characters from The Dark Knight Returns, the Batman that he's portraying in this movie.
I'm glad you brought up The Next Generation, because I'm a huge fan of Star Trek The Next Generation.
Yeah. I never got into it. I'm a huge fan of the original Star Trek.
Okay.
Like, I love that. I also still fall asleep to the Twilight Zone.
Yeah.
Like, I love that old.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah.
I just love it. Okay. Real quick, back onto this. So this should have been the last shot.
This should have been the last shot.
And then have the epilogue.
Yep.
But this right here, I don't like that. I know it's just a Snyder shot, but when he opens up and it exposes the S in the very Christopher Reeve manner,
it's not an S.
I don't.
It's, You think it should have been the original, like the red one?
No, I don't think he should have done that, because to me, I don't
know. I feel like that's like a very classic Superman.
I don't think that Superman's there yet.
Okay.
I feel like that Superman who's there. I don't think he's there yet. He's not. Okay, now I'm full of hope.
He's there, but he's not there. Yeah. Like, okay, I can see that. Like he just got back.
And it bothers me even more that it's the black S. Like,
if it's, I agree with that. If it's gonna be, if that were to happen at all, it should have been like the traditional red.
Right.
Yeah.
But I don't think that should have happened yet. Anyway, I think him going back to his traditional red is something that is part of his evolution of I use this black suit to help absorb energy so I can become whatever. But then him going back to the that's the original concept of the black suit, is for him to help contain the energy that he would normally get from the sun. He couldn't get, so it was helping contain that or whatever. But yeah, I feel like him going back to the red suit is more of an evolution of now I'm the Superman I need to be. But those are my expectations, But that scene just doesn't sit right with me. Just him exposing the S.
I get it.
Or the hope symbol. Hope begins with an H, stupid.
Whoever, I forgot his name, but the guy who does Batman in those college humor videos, he's like so good at being that exaggerated
Is that not Andy Samberg?
No, it's, I forgot his name, but it's like.
Oh yeah, he says you nailed your Christopher Walken impersonation. He always does. I suck at it, but I sound like Christopher Walken, but not. I put emphasis on the wrong syllable.
You put emphasis on the wrong syllable. You gotta nail it. Right.
All right, so this scene with Lex, way better than what was in Justice League. Even though what was in Justice League was shot by Snyder, they just changed the dialogue around. The dialogue in this one, before he's like, maybe we should start a league of our own. Okay, like a baseball team full of chicks? No. But this one, hold on, real quick, let me rewind here. So when Deathstroke shows up, they cue the original or the BVS Batman score.
Right.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah.
Which in my review I stated I think that might be a passing the torch. That brooding darkness that Batman had in that movie is going to be passed to Deathstroke here. Which spoiler alert, he teams up with Batman in the immediate next dream sequence scene.
Yeah, exactly. It's funny too because this just goes to show like how uneducated I am when it comes to the comic book part of this.
Me too.
When he said Mr. Wilson, I was like, wait a minute, there's no way that could be Deadpool.
Oh, see, I was thinking Dennis the Menace.
Oh no! So when I looked it up, I was like, okay, so there's someone who's like almost exactly like Deadpool.
No, actually, Deadpool was based off of him.
Oh, okay.
His name is Slade.
Slade Wilson. Yeah. Wait, that's why I was like, I knew.
Deadpool was was copy and paste off of that character.
Yeah.
For the most part, not fully.
I found that out after, So what are your thoughts on?
He does look thinner in that suit.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
Jared Leto as Joker. Just in general. Anyone as Joker after Heath Ledger?
There's no crying in Justice League. Exactly, Chip. So like when I saw Suicide Squad, I knew that they kind of gave him the Snyder. Snyder treatment, his vision, David Ayer's vision wasn't fully, although he did edit the movie the way he wanted it to. The studio went back and did some different things.
Okay.
And now there's this whole release the Ayer cut movement. But anyway, so when I saw Jared Leto in that position or as that Joker, I thought, okay, something's not translating right. It doesn't work out because whatever David Ayer wanted to originally be presented was more darker than what we got. And it seems like that Joker in that movie was darker than what the rest of the movie was. Like something wasn't translating. I was like, I think I would like to give him a second chance. I want to see Jared Leto get a second chance.
Okay.
But that laugh, I can't stand that fucking laugh.
Yeah, it's like... Yeah.
But here he does decent.
Yeah. I mean, he does. I just, for me, it's just like Heath Ledger's Joker was just, it was so iconic.
Well, see, I don't compare and contrast. When I watch someone else's Joker, I ignore all that other shit. Okay. I don't think about those.
I feel like it was so, for a lot of people at least, I don't mean to speak for everyone, but I mean, I feel like his Joker was so heavy hitting that it's, it's like,
you're right.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, would his Joker fit into this world? Maybe. But this is the Joker we have. Mm-hmm. So does this Joker fit into this world? And right now I'm having a hard time finding that connectivity, but this scene gives me that connectivity here of this Joker working in this universe.
Yeah.
So this scene did help.
Okay.
And it seemed... But the fact that he's working with the Joker, like, this raises so many questions of how they got to this point.
Yeah.
And like he states here, take my card and rip it in half when you're ready to kill me. And you see that card ripped in half in that in that vision that Cyborg got. It just flies across the screen. And if you notice, in Batman v Superman, that Joker card's in his gun in that dream sequence. Like he has it like stuffed in his gun. Seth pointed that out to me.
And I just watched that scene yesterday.
Yeah, it's so easy to miss. But yeah, that Joker card is in there.
Yeah. Okay. He sounds like a Muppet.
How she suffered so.
I'm
But
Kermit the Frog.
Kermit the Frog here.
the Frog here.
Yeah, I would love to see Jared Leto actually get a full movie. I think that's what I'm going to need to absorb what exactly he is wanting in his head to portray on camera.
Yeah.
That laugh kills me.
It's like a balloon letting out air.
I love Snyder's decision to make him blurry here.
Yeah, that was amazing.
Well, if you pay attention, like when it clears up is when he brings up the death of Robin. Like,
I love the reddish brown filter. It's very
the warm filter.
It's very apocalyptic, you know.
Well, that's what. Yeah, that's what they're going for.
I mean, yeah. I know that's what they're going for.
I mean, the planet Darkseid comes from. It's called Apocalyptica.
Didn't know that.
Yep, sure is.
Cool.
Or Apocalypse or whatever. What's up, Aaron White? You made it just in time to catch out to. We're at 3 hours and 50 minutes into the Snyder Cut. You made it just in time, buddy.
You get 12 minutes left.
Including credits.
Right.
So here we have Deathstroke's working with him. We get the suit that Barry Allen's wearing is the one he was wearing in the dream sequence where he came back. Mm-hmm. Now, again, this is one of those repurposed shots that I was talking about that was on my what I don't like list. And that's when Lois Lane, or when he goes to save Lois Lane, Batman v Superman, when Superman, like his introduction into the movie, is this shot.
Yeah.
But in BVS. And I get it. I get why they have it repurposed, but
I love that landing scene. The look on Batman's face was like this. He's right behind me, isn't he?
Boom. Yeah, that's exactly what that scene that's from. See, Jimbo, they would have made him look better in Suicide Squad. Probably would have liked him better in Snyder Cut. Ayer just ruined the look. Yeah, that damaged tattoo. Whatever. That's cosmetic. That I can get back past cosmetics, but like Jared Leto's Joker just hasn't sold me yet.
Yeah.
I like the concept, but it hasn't sold me yet. This is getting now. This is piquing my interest. I'm going back, looking at the price tags again, but I haven't bought into it yet.
Yeah, you're right. He is a lot thinner in this shot.
Oh yeah.
Should have maybe had him wear a long sleeve.
So Martian Manhunter comes back into this scene here. Another one of my dislikes about this movie is this talk back and forth here. Like, okay, yeah, I'm Bruce Wayne. Who are you? You're an alien. Okay. All right. I'm going to go back to bed.
Yeah. Thanks for stopping by.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got a card.
Yeah.
Well, you got to bring up old shit, man. Manhunter.
Oh, bye now.
All right, going back to bed.
Back to bed.
But apparently this was supposed to be Green Lantern. That's what Zack wanted this scene for. And Q Up was actually theoretically supposed to be Ryan Reynolds' Green Lantern, which wouldn't make sense. But the message above that I mentioned, not liking his laugh also. Oh, I didn't see that. Yeah, his laugh is annoying.
Yeah.
It's not like you said, like a balloon. Like a balloon letting out air.
Yeah.
Squeak. Sweet. A couple small changes from the director would have made a hell of a difference. Yeah, I agree.
Mm-hmm.
But all right, well, that's the end of the Snyder Cut. We made it 4 hours, and I've made it without taking a bathroom break.
I did not say the same.
Yep. But I do need to take a bathroom break now. So,
okay.
All right, everybody. Thank you, Jim. I appreciate you, man. Sounds like a dying goose, Aaron White. Yes, Aaron White. It is. Yeah, that's it. Dying goose, air out of a balloon, air from a balloon anus.
I guess Goose did die in Top Gun. So the sound of a head hitting a F-14 canopy.
Too soon. All right, everybody. Well then, great movie. Yeah. Well, you're welcome to go back and rewatch it with us or pre-recorded us. All right. Well, have a good night, everybody. See you next time. Yeah, Jimbo, I'll keep you posted, buddy. Thank you. Yeah, we're gonna end this now. All right. Stay trigger happy, my friends. Peace. Shane, thanks for joining me.
Absolutely.
Right.
Cheers. Thanks for having me.
See you.